I want to be able to see everything.
Oh, that's horrible.
Everything. I need a better camera.
Okay, welcome back to the
Fourmb of Annihilation. Since nobody else remembers except for me, the last time we left off, we came to this lovely place known as Camp Righteous. This is a place that had nothing in it. It had war-torn tents, had an 80-foot tall statue of a dude sitting with a crocodile on his head, and it had some boats. You found some tracks on the ground, and after a lot of exploration and finding nothing but one snake, you guys went inside the temple. Inside there was multiple traps. You got hit with a swinging blade, you got lit on fire, you got lit on fire, you guys got your heads bashed in, you opened a door, and then you got a fancy jug.
Can I have your jug? I want to open a door instead of getting slashed by a giant blade.
So you wait, it was you? You have a jug. You have a jug, write down jug. Write down that you have an alchemy jug. It's an alchemy jug, that's what it's called. You will know this because of magic. So, as soon as you took the alchemy jug, the walls and ceiling started falling down. Like London Bridge. And everyone almost died. You two took rocks to the head. You guys were kind of collapsed on the floor. You were stable at this point. And then Uranus was just barely able to corral you all in the same place, and suddenly you were all outside. And that is where we stopped.
So somebody has an emergency teleport?
Yeah.
Uranus.
And
It's not me.
for the moment, you are unconscious.
Yes.
Those of you who are conscious see displayed before you many things. Many things. There's... I gotta go reach it now.
Ooh, beasties!
I'm not ready to fight, I'm tired.
Okay, for simplicity's sake, as the second you guys got out of the temple, Uranus was able to, with his last remaining vestiges of strength, lay his hands down upon Quarry and Cleek and heal you both of 3 hit points. And then he collapses to the ground.
Oh, Uranus.
Oh, great.
So you guys are stable and conscious.
I have 0 hit points.
You have 3 now.
He
He just said that.
Oh.
And he meant all of you people, not me.
Yeah, you two who are unconscious. You two are still fine. You both have more hit points than they do. But you're both standing, and all 4 of you, except for Uranus, because he's unconscious now, see 9 goblins in front of you, all pointing javelins or scimitars at you. And there's one in the middle, seems a bit bigger and bulkier. He stands right in the center, he's like glaring at you. What did you find? Who are you?
Oh. Nothing.
Really? Well, nothing?
Nothing. Some rocks.
We got hit in the head with a rock.
Yeah. My head hurts.
What do you
He looks
have?
around the others. We found nothing?
I found a big freaking blade! Showing
Yeah,
the scar.
Yeah, we know about that one.
Oh! Yes, it's bad, it sucks.
There
Yeah.
was a hole
Yeah.
in the ground we found. Did you want to see that?
Was there anything in it? Something shiny?
No, spikes, unless you think spikes are shiny.
There's also a lot of fire.
Fire's shiny.
In fact, I'd like to leave now.
No, not until we make sure that you didn't find anything. We've heard many things about this shrine, we just didn't want to go inside.
Nothing there.
Don't go inside, it's bad.
But where was...
We went inside and it all fell on our heads.
Why? We've been inside, I never did that before.
Maybe you're too small.
Hey!
Sorry.
Short. Well, see, we have these tall people that I think set the traps up. I'm blaming them.
I'm sorry. That's so sincere.
We may or may not
the whole time. I'm sorry.
we may or may not have stepped on a trap and activated it. You know, bad things.
We've lost a lot of good goblins when they were trying to get in there. We thought there was something inside worth guarding, because something shiny.
No
You found
shiny.
nothing?
No shiny. Sorry.
Interesting to that.
Sad.
Yeah, that might be why nobody's
Well,
coming around.
Alright, shush. And he turns around and he goes here, and they start discussing amongst themselves. They all kind of go into a huddle and just start talking for a couple of minutes if you guys wanted to discuss something.
They're having a little team cut.
Having a powwow.
Okay, so if we can't fool them, they're probably gonna kick.
No, what
That's a
shiny?
bad word! You can't say that on my channel! We are children friendly with our 50 subscribers and 2 views!
The only shiny I have is my sword, and you can't have my sword. I have a dart. You can give me a dart.
Well, we'll send them away sad.
Okay, we have come to a decision.
Good. Alright.
If you didn't find anything inside, and there are so many things guarding it, you must have missed it.
You
You're
know?
going to go back inside and find it.
We're going back
We
inside?
are?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Why not?
Why would we?
Because we told you to.
Why don't you go inside?
Because we'll die.
Well, we don't want to die
Do
either.
we
don't
look like
know
we're
who
up
you
any
are.
better?
Well, we don't know who you are.
I'm Yaka.
I'm Trench.
Nice to meet you. I mean,
We're friends now.
Would you kill our friends?
the goddess then.
How about
Alright, fine.
why don't you go in and
Thinking
see
real
what
hard
we can
before
find?
returning.
Why don't I got an idea? How about if today, because we got hit in the head and we're kind of tired and sore. How about if you go in and see if you can find something shiny, and then tomorrow we'll go in and look for something shiny.
And then we can share it all.
That seems fair. Did you deactivate any of the traps?
Do you mean by that by setting them off and then almost hitting us in the head? Then yes.
I don't know, Max.
What about the traps? That's free! And all of them start funneling into the temple and they all just... You wait a couple of seconds and you hear this... One of them comes back out. Into the forest.
We missed one.
Alright, so they set off the traps.
One's gonna go!
Whoops.
Let's go.
That was the best way this could have ended!
Sorry.
Do you think they had anything on them?
There's one way to find
Like the
out.
bodies?
They're goblins. If they have anything, I don't want it.
No. But they still want to go loot the bodies because the bodies are fun stuff. I'm gonna go in and just peek and see where they all are.
You enter back into the temple and you see that that huge pit trap. It's just completely open, and you see nothing above it. You go up to the edge and there's just 7 goblins down there.
Oh
Some of them seem to be dead. The rest of them just seem to be wounded. You just look down.
no.
You're just
We missed one! Do you have anything shiny down there?
oh
Did you find it?
Did you find the shiny? Is that where it was?
no. There's something. Oh, there's something. Oh no, that's just blood.
Oh, I don't want that.
Did we find everything worth finding in this spot?
You didn't see anything else in the panic-ridden session. You flew through the ending part with all the bones and such.
Okay.
Everything you could see was just that giant stone pillar with the alchemy jug on top.
Okay,
So
well,
we're gonna rest up, and we'll be back when we're feeling better. Okay, you hang in there.
I'll go find some rope. Maybe I'll have to make it. Do you know where we can find some rope?
Oh, let's leave them alone.
I have some rope.
That's not helpful.
Alright, yeah, you guys just take a nap.
We'll see.
Take it easy.
Bye.
Perfect. Awesome.
Apparently, my alignment does not require me to rescue things so far. Now they probably-
Rannis is still lying unconscious in the middle of the.
Yeah,
I
I'd love to heal
I
him.
want to loot their bodies, but nobody will let me.
Well, they're down, and they're about 50 feet down.
Well, that's a problem.
Yeah, they're very far away.
Does anybody own cleric spell cards?
I was about to say I would use my body as a rope because I'm very tall, but
Not that
7
tall.
feet tall. Use your body as a rope.
slightly
What did
less
you
than
say, sir?
50.
Do you have cleric spell cards?
No, I don't. I only have druid spell cards.
Can I have the player's handbook then?
No, cheating.
Because I can't remember how this works.
Well, do something, and I will explain to you what you do.
Well, I think you told me I can't really cast spells right now anyway, because I'm.
You guys
not
can.
well.
I mean, there's a camp. You guys could find some place to take a rest.
Yeah. Well, we'll go do that.
The sun also is going down because you've been here quite a bit.
Yeah.
Because you were traveling most of the day, and then you got here
we had
and
that
went through the entire
problem.
temple. It's about sunset.
Okay. Then let's go find a place to hole up for the night. Have a long rest, heal around us, and regroup.
Most of the
Yes.
garrison tents seem to be too ripped up or burned down to take place in, but a couple of the command tents seem big enough for some of you.
Oh.
Okay.
The one, the one with the snake. But it escaped. So, there's 2 command tents, both near the entrance. You can choose whichever ones you like to go in. One would be enough for all 5 of you if you really wanted to.
Okay.
But you can choose, because it's D&D! Ow.
Yeah, well, I think sticking together is not a bad idea.
True. I don't know. I've got pretty large wings. It might be hard for any of you to fit in the same tent as me. I might just have to be by myself.
Wings? Wings are large?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a tent over there. Go.
But I'm broken. I need a nice place to sleep.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, and 15.
There's
Yeah,
one that's
for
big
me.
enough. That's what I said.
A command tent would be a little bit smaller than the dining room kitchen area.
Okay.
We should all fit.
And there's
in
2 of
there.
them.
Well, I think if we're all gonna fit in one, you can just have your own. It's fine. Then you can spread out while you sleep.
Sure.
So you're staying in the same tent? All of you.
Cleek is
Same
staying
tent.
in separate one.
Cleek is staying in
Yeah.
his own tent.
That's
Where
right.
are you going?
I'll go with the others.
Is anybody going to drag a race?
I'll drag it.
Okay.
He might
No.
snore. I better not. I need my
I
rest.
don't think I can drag him around.
Fancy
You
bird.
really don't think I'm strong enough?
He's really light, so
Alright.
you could
Sling him over your shoulder.
Yeah. He's like deathly thin though.
Oh.
Okay.
Like he's
Like
ridiculously
these
thin.
two?
Yeah, like
All
these
3
two.
of you?
I'm.
What's his race again?
Oh,
What is his race? Human.
Oh, he's just teeny?
Yeah, but
Okay.
you two do get some huge magic vibes off him.
well, it's obviously magic.
Yeah, but like huge magic
Huge
vibes.
big magic. Yeah.
Big magic.
So we're going into the tent. So we're gonna rest. We're going to rest and relax and chillax.
So you're alone. The rest of you are in the same tent.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna spread out and enjoy my space.
Okay. Nice.
I'm gonna curl up in my bedroll and investigate this thing.
Is anyone taking a watch or?
Hadn't thought of that. I'm too
Oh,
tired.
I'll take
Okay.
a watch.
No.
But I can sit at the edge of the tent.
Okay, I thought you meant like I'll take all of your watches
No,
and
I'll sit
I
at the
will
edge
sell
of
them
the
to
tent.
the highest bidder.
I'm gonna look around, sit at the edge of the tent,
I'm gonna.
and see if I can figure out what it is.
Okay.
But,
So
maybe it feels.
you'll just be there. You'll just kind of you'll cherish it. You'll stare into its eyes. Exactly. You can feel the longer you hold it in one hand, it'll tingle more for your hand. And as you're staring into it, you kind of get lost and just doze off. Like you don't doze off, but you just your eyes glaze over. You're just staring into its sparkly eyes.
Ooh, sparkly eyes.
Like the light isn't moving, but it's like the gems are dancing.
Kind of like they actually really are.
Yeah, no, isn't that magical?
That was magic.
You were what?
Oh, I'm gonna feed my Zorbo and give him lots of pets and then go to bed.
That's showing.
You were able to find the Zorbo hiding near the entrance of the statue. It was hiding as a boulder, like it looked like a rock, and then it got up and it went back to its
Dance
fur.
away.
Yes, and you were able to give it some of your rations, and you do seem to be running low on rations, but you have enough for now.
Yeah, we were a bit short on food and water.
Yeah. Well, you got loads of water. It rained recently, so you have
Okay.
lots of water.
Okay. Oh yeah, I can make a water
Playing
filter.
Zorbo
Me
for a
too.
minute.
Yeah.
What was your
One of my
plan?
skills.
You're just asleep?
Yeah.
You are asleep?
I'm asleep.
You are asleep.
I'm gonna meditate on my books
I told
Okay.
before I go to
Trent,
sleep, but yeah.
Trent can wake me up at any point to take Overwatch. Like after
You're
2
gonna,
hours.
you're gonna play Overwatch?
No, Trent can wake me up
So that I can
to
rest.
take over Space Watch.
Space Watch. Over space.
Over space.
What's this madness?
Ogre space. Roll,
Ogre space.
I guess roll a religion check.
I just had a vision of a bunch of ogres manning a ship flying through space like Treasure Planet.
Oh my gosh.
It'd be like FNAF 57, Freddy in space, but for Shrek.
Space.
Shrek 57.
Yeah.
Shrek in space.
Perception, you say?
No, religion.
Religion.
You're not
Okay.
keeping watch.
Because
I
you're
knew
doing
that.
your thing.
You're sleeping.
That's right.
No, he's talking to his
Talking
god.
to his book.
Am I proficient in religion?
I
don't
can
think
check now.
Because he
I don't think I am. I haven't
No,
written
you're not.
down. Yeah,
You're not
okay.
Do you know your intelligence?
It's
I know, Claire,
minus
how are you?
1.
Yeah,
So,
I can
yeah.
tell you your numbers now. Your intelligence is 8.
Good, thank you. I need
Why
a
is everybody's intelligence bad?
I don't know. I just don't really see it as that important of a value, but I guess you guys are just dumb.
It's from getting hit in the head and losing our memories. That's what it is.
That would do it.
That makes
Sure.
sense. actually.
Okay, so my intelligence is 8.
I'm not gonna tell you any of your other numbers right now.
Alright. I roll a 4 for my religion.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, you were just unconscious twice today.
Yeah.
You've lost a lot of hit points. You've lost quite a bit of blood. Some of your feathers are falling out. I think you've got a dent in your skull. You're trying to focus on your
Wow.
book, and like the words are doing this. They're doing
Yeah.
a conga
You
line.
were having a
You're
bad
trying to
day.
read it. You're trying to focus, and you can feel like something trying to get you to focus, but it's not working.
Yeah, okay. I'm just sleeping.
You were having a very bad
You're
day.
trying, and then you're like, nope, slam, and you're immediately out.
Meanwhile, back in the other tent.
Well, back in the other tent, you're taking your watch while he's doing that.
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna just check something here. Wait, what? Why is the random encounter a statue?
You
That doesn't
encountered
make
a
any
statue. It's a big piece of rock.
Your watch passes with no discernible incident.
That's
So a couple hours pass. Do you wish to pass your watch on to the next person and take some nap?
Yes.
You get up and you go to the front of the tent and you sit cross-legged right inside the tent. So you can see outside,
Neat.
but you're still inside, so you're hiding in the shadows all dramatically. Your glinting eyes showing an eye.
Wow.
Okay.
This is my bookie paying project.
Roll a perception check.
I haven't warmed this up.
Do you know what your perception is?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, it's +2.
Your wisdom is 14.
Okay.
I'm gonna start doing that now.
Which means you're not proficient.
Nope.
I should really become proficient in perception. That would be
It's
very helpful.
Very
I
helpful.
think the most useful
7.
thing. Okay. You're pretty focused because you had a couple hours rest.
Yeah.
So you're looking, you hear some scurrying noises, so you perk your head out, and you see some rustling over in the branches over here. It's really small though, it's like the bottom foot of the foliage is just, and then this like 4 dots of brown just,
Whoa.
and as they run from here straight across the camp, all the way there, right past your tent, you just see 4 Zorbos just
What?
Oh my god.
We have 4 of them now?
and then they're gone.
Okay, that was fun.
One is cute, 4 might be a problem.
No, they left.
Okay.
All of them just shot into the forest.
But why did
And the rest of your watch passes without any discernible incident.
I kind of want to give Corey the same voice that Bob has in kindergarten.
Oh yeah, sure, there. I can take your watch there, bud. You go into a dark corner to sleep, and you go and take your watch. Did you have a specific way you wanted to take your watch? This is a formative experience.
I'm gonna go sit outside under the stars and wait for my little friend to follow me.
Okay. Well, kind of gets freaked out when you just sat up, like you got woken by a bolt of lightning. And after a little bit, he comes and joins you, or it comes and joins you, and it just sits next to you and just looks around. You both enjoy the constellations for a bit. Look at the stars. You enjoy the dying wails of the goblins still trapped in the earth. And nothing else happens. There should be enough time for one more watch if you wanted to wake someone up, or you could just only a few more hours.
I'll stay awake.
Okay, or you could just.
I'll stay awake.
Okay.
Thanks.
Alright. So you stay awake with your Zorbo, you begin just like petting them a little bit. And the sun begins to rise. And the next day has begun anew. and everyone wakes up and everyone feels better, except for Arenas, who has a splitting headache.
Oh, no.
So we all got enough sleep?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
you're
nice.
doing pretty well.
Okay. Well done,
Also
everyone.
a strange construct.
I mean, you didn't help.
Oh, way to pull your weight. That's good. I'm impressed.
And as you wake up, everyone feels a huge surge of magical power energy
What?
because you leveled up. And I wanted to do something cool in the story with it. So you all feel a huge surge of power and magic.
Woo!
And
Okay.
all of you get to look at your sheet and remember one thing, unless you want me to randomly choose it.
Oh.
All right.
One minor thing I will allow you to remember.
I feel like you should choose
You
it.
should choose it.
Can I remember how to cast freaking spells, please?
I can.
Maybe
you can
one.
just in front of us. So you want to use the magical power that has been now invested in you by magic to try to connect with your god more.
Yes, let's go with that.
Okay.
Also, I'm wondering if I can understand any of the birds that are singing as the sun is coming up.
But what's with you and talking to birds?
Well, I am a bird, so I kind of look like
I have to keep trying to remember what language it is.
There's more coffee in there.
Isn't it like
Aaron or something?
Or
Oh yeah.
eagles can speak that.
one.
So
Yeah.
you're. I'm gonna let you pray to your god
Avian.
first. Pray to your god first.
I'll do that.
Okay. I'm going to give you a couple of things. You are going to focus the magical power into your mind and your soul, and your god will bestow upon you knowledge. And
Hey, my eyes can't do that. They're on the side of my head.
inside your brain will pop the phrase grave domain.
Grave domain. Okay.
And you will also remember of the spell, you're going to remember Bane and False Life as powers that were vested upon you by your god.
All right.
But they were given to you by your god, so they're your domain spells.
Okay. Got it.
That means they're extra, right?
Yeah. If I remember right, I can take a domain spell as a bonus slot, but I have to look it up in the player's handbook.
Yeah, those are the things that you remember. And
I,
as you're
I would
listening to the
happily
birds,
look it up in the player's handbook. By the way.
You know what? Here you go.
Do you
Because
want
I'm too busy with everybody else's life.
Exactly.
You're listening to the birds while you're doing this.
Yes.
And you hear the magic. You get the magic, and you hear squawkas and screeches and birds.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing.
None of the ones that you can hear are anything you're saying that you can hear. You can hear like half a word every so often.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar,
Okay.
but nothing that'll be a sentence.
Okay. Well, I'll keep listening. I mean, if I happen to overhear something that's important.
Okay.
You never know, and some of them might have seen something important that I should know about. So
Okay.
if I happen to overhear something, like listening to the conversation at a party, you know, if something pops out. Yeah, exactly.
Y'all
Yo!
y'all feel with the magical surge that it does give you a need to focus upon it and grow its power. It tells you this in your mind that you should do this, and this is what you do to remember. What do you remember? You are going to remember. I'm going to give you meta stuff because I don't know how to explain this in game knowledge, but I'm going to explain to you about key points.
Okay.
You
Terrible.
get
Knew it.
you get 3 key points per long rest, and you can use them on
KI.
different things. Yeah, KI, sorry. Patient defense, flurry of blows, and step of the wind. Actually, you can jump in, hit somebody with a sword, punch them twice, then disengage.
Jeez.
I love this book. But yeah, you wrote down Grave Domain, right?
Yes.
That is your clerical domain.
Nice.
That is why you
Cool.
feel peace.
That's new.
The goddess of peace.
Alright, then I want that.
give her the key stuff, and then you can write down those 3 things, and I'll explain to you what you feel. Because you
There are
get your
4
surge
key
of magic
points.
as well.
Yes, I have to change that.
But your surge of magic,
powers here.
as opposed to them, they feel it solely in them. When you feel it, it's also connected to 2 things behind you. Those spirits that you felt before. Those are your ancestral protectors. You feel them as a family sense.
Aw.
They've either been you or are your parents. When you're raging, the first creature you hit with an attack becomes a target of the warrior. It has disadvantage against you, everything has disadvantage against it, and it has resistance against everything but you. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
And finally, you Valandras, you'll feel your swoosh of magic. Yours will be dimmer than everybody else's. They glow. You know that thing in like World of Warcraft where you get this huge like whoosh, level up? Okay. Well, it gets like heavenly light, angel chorus. You get black light, like shadows, magic. That's what you do.
What are you gonna learn today? What are you gonna learn?
You're gonna learn that you know the light cantrip,
Cool.
and you're going to learn about wild magic today.
Oh.
So friggin' hilarious.
That
You
was
remember when you
magic.
grew 4 inches?
Yeah.
That was that.
Oh, it was like a random.
Yeah, there's a 300 chart. You're also a
More
fallen Asimar.
What?
Fallen Asimar, Aarakocra, Goliath, Water Genasi.
Water.
Oh, you're
Genasi.
Genasi. That's cool.
That's me?
Yes. And just as quickly as it appeared, the magic was gone.
Oh.
And you cling desperately to the memories you were able to remember.
Oh man.
And you are stronger because of it. And then I'll give you guys more hit points as well.
On the way past, I was looking at the tables, and it looks like a lot of 4th level characters get an ability score improvement. Is that...
Frick, you're right, you do. You either get an ability score improvement or a feat. Do you guys want to go through feats or just ability score improvements?
I think we know so little about our characters, I'd rather do ability score
Yeah.
improvements.
Well,
Your
currently
wisdom
I
is
get.
9.
Yeah, I'm aware. Because I have -1 to a lot
So
of
is
things.
your constitution.
But my wisdom.
7.
Right, that explains.
a jerk.
I'm not wise. I make unwise choices.
Yeah, but you don't have to act stupid all the time.
It's funny though.
Well,
It's a problem that you
Lack
keep
of
taking
social
all my
skills
cool
might be
magic
what you-
objects from everybody else. But that's fine.
I'm gonna keep my low intelligence. It builds character.
Always
I
write the
can
numbers.
deflect
in the skills
missiles?
here. No, put that away. Put that away. Give it.
No, I
Give it.
have to give it back to
Give
them
it.
for some.
An advantage on attack roll, ability check, or saving throw, once per day. Or if you want to do it more than once per day, for every time after, I will roll a magic surge, and that will happen. Then you get advantage. You can do that on death saving throws. Wouldn't that be funny if your body just like exploded in bunnies when you were trying to do a death save?
Yeah.
That is all you people learn.
Cool.
Okay, I got everybody. Everything's fine. Everything. I have done everything now, right? Did I forget anything?
Do our proficiency bonuses change at level 4?
No.
Okay.
Darn it.
5. Yeah, wisdom.
Okay.
8 plus proc plus whiz
And the spell attack modifier?
plus proc plus
Is
whiz.
that proc plus whiz? Okay.
Proc plus whiz.
So that doesn't change.
Whiz whiz. Whiz whiz whiz. Yeah. I should get some really bright orange dice. All of my dice are purple and pink. All of them, except for these.
Good.
Yes.
About my stone deer and my spyglass.
Your spyglass you got from a dinosaur
What?
in this campaign.
Really?
Yeah, you did. We were fighting the Hadrosauruses and you picked it from its pocket. I was there.
Oh, okay.
That's not something that you started with. Your stone deer, however, is what is your stone deer? It has no magical abilities, but it has some nice sensitive value in your history. Okay, back to the story. Jeez, holy crap. Okay, well somebody will take the map and you'll have to decide in which direction you would like to go. But take the map, the side map that is not filled in.
Not that
one.
side.
The other side. There, you
All
can
I
decide
saw
in
was
which
camp.
direction to go. All you know, oh, that's bright. All you know is the place you need to go is in the direction of me. You just don't know exactly where. I do, but you don't.
Okay, how do we know this again?
We're at Camp Righteous.
Because of the note that What's Her Face sent you. Yeah,
And
you're
we-
at Camp Righteous right now.
Let's go to Camp Vengeance.
Okay.
Are we supposed to be heading that way?
It's in the direction. You just have to be heading south.
Is that like we figure this is all unexplored jungle?
Yeah, no one knows what's out there.
Okay,
Because-
and we want to go that way. Why?
Because
Because
the
we know
place,
it's there.
the place where the soulmonger is hidden is in the south, because that is where they know. There's a city in the south that Syndra, that's her name, Syndra Sylvain told you about in her note. The city holds information about where and what the soulmonger is.
Okay.
And once you destroy the soulmonger, your quest will be done. That is your quest. Because
Okay.
people who die take horrible, horrible lives. Because you know you die and come back in this universe. If you die, the soulmonger takes your soul.
Okay, that's bad.
Yeah, there's a hardcore version where there's a hardcore version in this campaign
Yeah.
where you don't have to die for the soulmonger to take your soul. If you run out of hit points, it'll start taking your soul.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like,
Okay.
nope.
We could go straight to those peaks of flame, but that doesn't sound like a good thing.
I don't even know what that is. I haven't even looked that
I'm
far. It's
going
really
to
far
go to a
away.
volcano.
Probably. It looks like one.
So that's why I was thinking if we go
So everyone
to
can
the
take a
things
look
that
at
we
the map
know.
and everyone can decide which direction you want to go. It's alright.
We'll figure something out.
I'm a mess.
We made it worse by changing everything around.
Everything is garbage.
But
Okay, so I've given my suggestions to where I'd like to go.
Yeah.
You said Vengeance?
That's
Camp?
gotta be our next spot. It's
That's about right.
closest.
I want to know. Oh yeah, because that's the only place that's been. The places that are filled in are places that people have been.
Yeah.
Places
Yeah.
that are not filled in, places that people haven't been.
Sure,
Or at least-
let's try going there.
Not
yeah,
that we
and
know.
the way the coast is filled in because people have gone along in boats, which was an option, but I didn't start you in Port Narezu because I'm a jerk.
That's fine.
Jungle expedition it is. It's more fun to do that anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You could have taken the boats from Camp Righteous because they were the goblins, but you didn't. So
Why is it called Sky Lizard Mountains
What?
and not Dragon Mountain?
because they're
Sky
sky lizards,
lizard.
there's a difference. Respect their identity.
Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
we'll try and find our way through the jungle.
Wait,
And
how's Uranus doing?
Uranus is coffin, and
Coffin?
Uranus
He's in
is
a coffin.
dead.
He
He's in a
died.
coffin. He built a coffin in the middle of the night and died in it.
Oh. Is he Dracula?
Yes.
All right.
I knew it.
Love it.
Uranus is undead.
I love it. Okay.
Uranus is unhealthy. He's pale, but he's good. He's okay. He's stable.
Hey, Uranus, we
Hmm?
want to go to Camp Vengeance.
Oh.
Oh?
What do you think about us going to camp? No, we want to go to camp.
What I know about Camp Vengeance is it's one of the last remaining fortresses of the Order of the Gauntlet. I know next to nothing about it, but there's diseases. It's not a very well kept place. It's a well built fortress. It's gorgeous. They have huge wooden walls and undead sigils and spikes to keep things out.
Nice.
But they're constantly fighting every day for life.
Yeah,
That's all I know
you
about
thought Camp Righteous was a good place.
it. I thought it was.
So maybe
It was
we
their
don't
old.
know
It must have been. They must
the
have
same
moved.
thing.
They used to use this camp, and I guess it was taken down by undead, and then they moved to Vengeance.
So maybe Camp Vengeance isn't as bad as we think.
Perhaps it might have changed. I haven't been there in a while.
Well, why don't we go look?
Sounds like there may
take
be
a couple of days
friends
trek, but yeah.
inside.
Pardon me?
There may be friends inside, perhaps. They might need our help.
You do that. Some of the birds are like, right?
Hey, let's go.
Sure. It will take a couple of days of trek, but I'm sure we can make it there in good time.
Well, then let's do
Well,
it.
let's stock up as much as we can, so we have something to
Are there
eat along the way.
Sure.
supplies in the camp?
What?
Are there
Not
supplies
much.
in the camp? Okay.
No. No, there's not.
Anybody
While
got a
while we're
snack?
walking on our way, we should try to look for small critters or nests if we can. Take any kind of food we can find. We are running very low. We crossed the river already, didn't we?
Yes.
We shouldn't have done
Well, we're we're on this side. Of the
I
river.
think I
We
crossed the
flew
river.
across the river, right?
We have to
Remember?
cross the river again.
Yeah, we do.
Oops!
Well,
If you
I'm not using my
Know
wings
that?
again.
I didn't know that.
Well, when we reach the far side of Camp Vengeance, there may be a ford, or they've got to have
Bridge.
some way of
Yeah,
crossing
maybe
the
there's a
river, right?
bridge.
I'm just going to scratch up where you guys actually are. So you went this way. You got to Camp Righteous.
Yeah.
You there. Because the river, the Camp Righteous is on the river bank.
Yes.
Okay.
Remember that. There is a river there. I said it. I swear.
There were any
That's
boats.
where the boats are.
Yeah.
Yes, there's two very small boats.
We
They're not too small. They're a couple.
Oh, why don't we just
They're
take-
longboats
Yeah.
for goblins. That's how the goblins.
Can we take the boats?
To camp.
Are
Sweet.
they any good shape?
They're in good shape. They seem small
They won't
because they
hold
were
everybody.
built for goblins, but you can test it out.
Anybody have a flash of memory looking at boats that maybe they know how to take care of them
I
or
don't
sail
need
them?
a bite.
Doubt it.
Looks at the water, Janus.
Anybody don't use boats.
No, nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
either.
Immediately.
Why
Your
would I use
flash
a
of memory has slowly been fading since you woke up. You step in the boat a little bit on the side to try to like get your balance. Like you get one foot in, and then you get the other one foot in. You step on the first one, and it just
Oh.
a little bit. It takes a bit. It takes almost all of your weight to go down, but it just roll a dex save.
So boats are not maybe a good idea.
The dice roll.
Oh, great. Guys, look what we got.
I don't trust
Yeah.
I paid $50 for that. Oh my gosh! You walk on water like Jesus. You step in and you're really losing your balance as it starts to sink, and then you throw your other leg in and balance it out, and it seems fine.
Alright, guys, we're basically
And you like
away.
stick a heckin' superhero landing. Gold
Oh,
rings in the
that's super
sky.
cool, Corey. Okay, so that's one person in a boat.
Alright, guess we're.
There are two boats.
I'm asking Corey. Hey, Corey, there are oars in the boat.
There's
Oars?
2 oars in one boat.
And no oars in the other boat?
No oars in the other. The 3 of you would have to be in the other boat because Corey's freaking huge.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
So you'd be a little cramped, but you'd fit
Okay.
if you were to take
I'll
the boat.
sit in the back edge of the boat and put my hood up and like sulk.
That's the perfect spot for you to row from. Well done.
Does my
Thank you.
photo get in the boat?
Probably
take the
yes. It's hiding in the back corner behind you.
That was my main goal.
There goes my encounter.
Can I give us a bit of a push with my water ability?
Are we taking off?
Yes.
Yep.
We're all
Is there
in
a
the
step you're
boats.
missing?
We're in the boats with the oars.
Yeah.
What, are they attached to the shore or something?
Boats.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they are. They're moored to the
Well,
the
we would
shore.
obviously notice that.
Yeah, right. Well, I thought they were just kind of dragged up on the shore, so we just have
Oh
to
no,
push
they're
into the water.
moored a little bit. They're
Alright, we
about
untie
half.
them.
They're
Well, we'll
the back half
untie
of the boat.
boats, but my
Okay.
question is, once we're in the boat,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You.
can
okay.
I use my water ability to push us a little bit along?
Well, the.
Wait,
I got a better question.
I'm not sure.
I have a better question.
Mm.
Which way does river flow?
River flows towards. Wait,
This is
Oh.
important.
Oh, how
River-
close towards the
it should be flowing
This
towards
is
the sea.
important.
flow in the opposite direction.
Exactly. So, can I use what I'd like to do is use my water ability to counteract the current so that our rowing is not as.
It's only gonna do that for one boat though.
Why?
Because you can't push 2 boats at the same time.
I'm
Maybe
not
she
pushing the boat. I'm using the water.
Maybe she can kind of encourage the river to flow the other direction.
I could
in a
even be in the
10-foot
water.
radius.
That makes life easier.
That's true.
How long in game time is a bonus action, by the way?
It isn't any time, really.
Okay.
It's
And
instant.
an action is 6 seconds.
How long does it take? How long does it last?
How long does it take? I've never encountered this question before.
Yeah.
In fact, like, how many times
I mean, you get to
in a
decide.
row can you cast a cantrip?
Is it a cantrip for to control water?
Yeah, it's called Shape Water.
Yeah, round represents about 6
it's a bonus
seconds.
action.
You
I
have
always
that.
do it all the time. I have it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I
That's why
think
gotta
as
beat
long
her
as
with water.
you can concentrate on a cantrip, you can continually recast it.
Okay.
From what I
Okay.
understand with
That's
cantrips.
Yeah, I think so.
I didn't even think about that.
Yep. Yeah, a round is about 6 seconds.
Yeah,
I will
you
be
could,
exhausted, I'm
you
assuming.
could do that. Actually, no, it's a cantrip. You can cast it as many times as you want in a day.
There we go. I'm not saying it's going to push us along, but it might counteract the current.
On your turn, you can typically move, take 1 action, and take 1 bonus action.
So you could just cast 17 cantrips in a row if
No.
we're not in combat.
No, you'll have 1 bonus action per turn.
Okay, but it can last
but every
more than
6 seconds. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what he's
Okay.
saying. I can every
Yeah,
one
like
of my
every turn.
turns, I'll just cast this cantrip.
I guess so, yeah.
I don't see why not. I suppose you'll hand one of the oars to the other one and give the oar to Corey because Corey is really strong.
Yeah.
So you have an oar, and you can. I'm assuming we're taking off.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Gonna head down to Camp Vengeance.
On the river. Then we don't have to cross the river. Look,
You're on the river.
Yeah, but now we don't have to actually find a way to cross it.
Hold up.
So
Hang on a
perfect.
second. I'm gonna double check something here because I didn't think you were gonna take the boat.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You thought we were gonna
Not
chomp through the jungle like peasants?
Yeah. So you take one of the oars. You, with your massive strength, are able to counteract most of the current. You're going. It's slow going, but you can row forth. And Uranus does some magic stuff every so often. You don't know exactly what it is, but you know he's helping.
He does some magic
He
stuff.
does some magic stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And you guys, who's got the oar?
They
have
gave it
another
to me.
question.
Yes.
Was there another cantrip that I got that I knew about?
No.
Okay.
Wait. No. No.
I
There's
didn't
not.
think so.
There's not a cantrip.
Okay,
But
is there
that's
a
what you asked.
another spell that
No,
I
you
knew
wasted your question.
You're a genie. You should know how this works.
Actually, she's a genasi.
That's
She's
right.
just
Ugh.
a low.
I just feel like you said it and I didn't get it written down because I was writing down all the key
But
stuff.
nobody's listening, so I can say this. I dropped my marker.
Oh, I'm listening. I'm just trying to figure out.
No, I'm just spouting random important character knowledge, and it's funny when the person who's character isn't listening, because then I can just say things.
Tell me what the spell is.
No.
Because you said it earlier and I didn't get it written down because you started talking about key points.
I don't think you said it earlier.
I didn't say it earlier. I just
You,
said
he
shape
just
water.
they just talked
You
about
do get
shape-
light. Did you write that down?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have an oar.
Yes.
You're in the back of the boat, and you're doing magic
outside the boat.
outside of it.
Yeah, I said I could be outside the
Oh,
boat if it
okay,
made
sorry.
it easier.
Oh yeah, you can swim, but that would be really tiring.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I know.
Because it's a long ways
get it.
away. Each of these hexes is 10 miles, just so you all know. So
Okay.
it's about 30 miles away.
Okay.
He has a lot of swimming. Good point.
It will take, you will have to camp.
That makes sense.
Okay.
When I say things not in Uranus' voice, he's still explaining it to you. You will have to camp sometime because 30
Well-
miles is way too long to do in one day.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll go as long as we can like before it gets dark.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, so you take off. You are able to row pretty successfully with Uranus' help, and it is kind of tiring to constantly be doing shape water, because shape water, what it does is you can control a 5-foot square of water. So technically what you're doing is you're taking the 5-foot square behind the boat and pushing it.
Yes.
So the boat will move forward. So you're constantly just kind of doing this like a water bender,
Right.
like Katara do.
Yeah, that's what I kind
That's
of
what
thought
you're
it would
doing.
be tiring.
That's pretty much what you're doing every 6 seconds. That not only does your arms get tired, but your magic is kind of dwindling,
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised.
and you're rowing, which is helping
Exhausting.
quite a bit. So every so often, like you'll start doing it as quickly as you can, and then a couple of miles down, you'll just start doing it every so often, and just let Volanders do all the work. What are you doing while we're rowing around?
Supervising.
Supervising.
I still think you should
I'm
put your
glaring at
wings
you the
out and
whole
we
time.
Is there a breeze?
Is there a breeze?
Yeah.
Because
Because I still think this would make it my job a little bit easier if somebody would open up his wings and catch a bit of the
I
breeze.
cast shape water and splash clean your face.
Very well. If the wind is blowing in the right direction, then yes, I will.
The air over the water is, it's clearer, but the entire jungle's air is extremely thick.
Can
It's
anybody
humid.
cast like gust of wind because we could blow it?
Gust of wind. It's called.
Yeah, we can
All right,
blow at him and hopefully push us along.
What I can do is face the back of the boat and hold on with my talons, spread my wings, and beat them every now and then to give us a push forward.
Oh, that's neat.
This is a lot of planning for boats, guys.
Yep.
I love this. I'm loving this teamwork.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it's
we're
also
doing-
causing this campaign to take bloody forever.
That's not our fault.
Quarry's just rowing and then there's so much
I know, you guys,
know.
like, there's
You're
a magic
fine.
wielder, a rower, and then you start doing this, and you guys just, and you just
Well-
pass, and you're just like,
Talk about the strength of the boat. We can't all fit in. We could tie our boat to your boat and see how that works.
so you guys are heavily ahead of Quarry and Uranus now.
I might
Quarry
stop
takes the
rowing.
free challenge and starts
Row
rowing harder.
Make your constitution save.
Okay. It's pretty good.
In 19.
Awesome, you're able to catch up.
Oh my god.
You're just rowing like mad. Uranus is like, the boat is rocking back and forth.
Well, maybe
You guys are not going the same speed.
Maybe
gosh.
Cleek could jump to the other boat and give Corey a break.
You guys are just rowing boats.
Yeah, but
You want to
is
be
it
doing
against
this
the
for
current?
12 hours?
What is our option?
Can we just like keep going? Can
What?
we just like keep going and say we
We're
keep
just-
going?
Yeah,
Keep
you can
going.
just keep going.
Okay, we're gonna keep going.
Yeah.
You're the one that keeps pointing out that
Because of
somebody's falling behind.
all this magic and assistance, you guys are getting pretty far. And
Awesome.
because magic and wind and all this, I'll say you get about halfway there, but the sun has begun to go down.
Alright.
Okay.
And you've been hearing some weird noises in the woods every so often. So if you did want to fly off, maybe try to look for some critters, you could.
Oh yes, we should.
While
I'm
we're
really
doing that.
hungry, yeah.
Yeah, I should definitely do that. But I don't want to fall behind the boats either.
We can stop.
Why don't we?
That's true. You can take a break about a
And
quarter there.
we can
so
also keep
halfway
going-
through the day, when the sun is at its zenith, you can take a break on a bank that you find
Okay.
and try to make a camp. Look for some food, some like
Yeah.
squirrels, fish.
I'm gonna fish.
Yeah, the rowers can rest. I'll go hunting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for some
And
fish.
Uranus can join you because he's been doing nothing this whole time.
Okay.
Nice.
And he is a survivalist.
How
And-
close are we to Turkey?
We are at least 2 hours from Turkey.
Okay, good, thank you.
Dude, I didn't
They're
think we were
just
that
in
close
the
to Europe.
Yeah,
Plants.
A no thanks of people.
And no thanks. These are palantas.
They look like bad plants.
Those were also there in the dinosaur
Oh,
chapter.
cool. There are plants in the jungle that look like that?
Yeah.
Neat.
That's spooky.
They were also there with the statue, so shut up, I'm reusing
I
miniatures.
hate
Okay.
nature.
I hate nigger.
Well, I'm gonna find us some fish raw and
Yes.
wriggling.
Tell me what you are all doing. Actually, I'm going to tell you in order. What are you doing?
Fishing.
You're fishing. With what? How?
My hand. I'm gonna look and see if there are fish
Okay.
in this water. Are there fish in the
Excellent
water?
question. First of all,
Before I try
Excellent
and go
question.
fishing.
make a survival check.
Because being a
That's a good
water person, I should be able to tell if there
A
are
water person.
fish.
You're a water person.
It's
Yep.
17.
There are, you're, it's very clear water. It's surprisingly clear. It's very pretty. It's nice like Caribbean blue.
Ooh.
It's nice water.
There's no
It's
fish.
a good temperature. No, there's fish.
Okay.
You can see at the bottom there's some nice rocks. You can see snails, coral, some really pretty stuff. And every so often a small like some salmon-like things go by, things like that. There's quite a few fish.
Okay.
It's surprising.
Alright, I guess the easiest way is to fly and see what I can find in the trees for small animals and that sort of thing.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get my phone.
I'm going
Okay.
to.
No, we're gonna do this first.
Oh.
Because you just spent a lot of time looking at fish. Are you gonna fly off with Aranis, the survival guide?
Oh, you can come out.
No, I'm better off on my own.
Alright, you're too special.
Which,
to have
by the way,
Yeah.
we are on the opposite end of the river than where we started. That's
Oh, yeah,
where the
we
bank
crossed
happened to
to
be.
the other bank?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
that's where the bank happened to be. And the
Okay.
river's like width has fluctuated
Oh, yeah.
since
Makes
we
So
took
sense.
if
off.
we're facing towards our destination, then the river's on our left.
What?
Yes.
Yes.
Like if you're standing on the bank, facing your destination,
Oh,
where you're
yeah.
gonna go, then the river's
Yeah.
on your left. Okay.
Yes.
Good, just so I have that.
We are on the right of the
Yeah,
river.
no, I feel like I would probably hunt more effectively on my own and
Okay.
in the air.
It does the. I thought that was Blair Witch for a second. Sorry, there's this twig right there, and then the top of that tree is intersecting. It looks like Blair Witch.
Nice. Anyway.
The trees are not as thick as they've been, but not as thin as they were in the swamp, so they're not all dead. They're still nice and lively, but
Okay.
you can see through them rather well.
Okay.
And you can hear birds, you can hear chirping, and some
Kill
squirrels,
your
and some
brethren.
bugs. You see things all over the place. There's some zorbos every so often,
Okay.
things like that.
We wish to eat your family.
I'll try and go for rodents and
Okay.
like bunnies and that sort of thing.
They are very fast.
Don't call them buddies.
Okay.
Call them rabbits.
Can I get you to make a dexterity check?
Certainly.
2.
Nope.
Okay.
6.
So
You're tired.
you're very tired. Also, you've been
From
flapping
doing
all day,
that- Okay.
and you try to.
From doing nothing.
There are multiple problems as you've been flapping all day, so your wings are tired. But also, there's not really enough room to flap properly with your wingspan.
Yeah.
So you snatch at a few, and you just grab some dirt,
Okay.
lots of dirt, maybe some mud, and a twine, and a vine every so often.
Well, since I'm not having much luck with that, then for the rest of the time I will try and study the patterns of the birds around me and see if they can tell me anything about the environment or where to
smart.
find some good food.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm gonna let you do that.
Okay.
That's gonna take a while.
Yep, yeah, I'll do that.
What are you doing?
I sit on the bank with my arms crossed and rest because my arms are tired.
Okay. You're gonna sulk. What are
Yeah.
you gonna do?
I'm gonna look for some berries and flowers and then try and make a flower crown. Adorable.
Or he's in touch with his feminine side.
Everybody roll wisdom saves.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Just
11.
cause. You know,
I'm
just cause.
Am I proficient?
In wisdom?
Yeah.
You can't be proficient in wisdom.
No, you can
Saving
be.
throws.
Yeah, you can be proficient in your saving throws.
Oh.
Boy. What's your name? Landers. Wisdom? No. You do get +2.
Yeah, 18.
How do you? Oh,
Okay.
there.
It's based on your class.
Oh, I rolled an 11.
Okay.
My
Everyone else?
wisdom is 11. I'm just saying.
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
Makes sense.
As you are looking around, looking for some nice vegan foods, some nice berries and leafes and some tea, you smell a slight swift in the sward.
Oh.
You smell a slight swift in the sward. A slight swift.
Okay.
Sweet, sweet, sweet,
You
sweet.
can see some tiny yellow particles of something floating through the air. And no, you're good. And no, you're good. You're fine.
Oh,
You're
yeah, you
fine.
can just roll one because
And
you're
as
further
you're
away.
smelling, you get a little calmer. You kind of,
Uh-oh.
That
Kinda get, like-
explains the flowers.
No,
kind of get a little drowsy, and you
Maybe
look
it
around,
was.
and you feel a weird urge to go that way. Like that's a pretty plant. I want to go look at that.
Oh, that's not good.
That was pretty.
Don't kill Corey for trying to make flower crowns.
I'm gonna do
Oh,
that.
don't look at the light!
It's so pretty. So you slowly start taking steps towards it. You two make perception checks.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh wow, 18.
Okay.
Well, you're sitting there sulking. You see Corey, sort of like in a trance, just slowly walking towards this one plant off to the
I
side.
quietly get up and follow her.
Okay.
I'm like, can I catch up to her right away?
Yo, yeah, she's
Okay.
moving real slow.
Inquiry. Does anything
You're affected. You still your
okay.
main drive is get plant, but you still have a brain.
Hello. What you doing?
Plant.
Yeah? It sure is.
I like plant.
It's nice. Is there something like ominous about the plant or?
It's pretty plant.
That's what it looks like.
Okay, why don't we
That's horrifying.
look for a different plant?
Not that one.
But that one looks really nasty.
Make a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
You two.
9.
Oh! I rolled off the 20 onto an 8. I'm in the water. It doesn't affect me.
You both also.
It's a new quote for her.
What are you doing? Plants! I get smart. What are you doing? Plant.
They're very gentle.
Very gentle plant. You both also see the yellow pollen in the air, and you start getting entranced by the plant next to it. You both get really entranced by that plant right there.
This is pretty.
Oh, look at the plants.
Yeah.
Plants.
You've also returned at this point, so you're seeing all of them walking towards plants.
Plants.
Wow.
Hey, come join
Isn't
us.
that weird?
Does plant look delicious?
Are we like going for it to try and touch it?
Walking
You're just
towards
kind of
it.
going to it.
Okay.
You're like, get plant. Go get to plant. Must get plant.
We should
To
get
plant
that
must go.
What's Uranus doing? Yeah.
Uranus is. What's Uranus doing?
That's why
I think Uranus was looking around for some rodents as well, some other food, trying to find some
Yeah.
edible things. He's still
Hopefully
within
get more.
eyesight, but he doesn't see anything of you guys. He's too focused on the world at large.
Oh.
You come in and you see all of them just going like plant,
Plant.
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 All of them?
So pretty.
All three of
Yeah.
them. Those two are going to plant on left. She's going to plant on right.
Oh, great.
But you are closest to plant.
Yay. I reach for plant.
What?
I reach for plant.
All right.
I got this right.
Before they get too close, then can I get in between them and the plant?
You're a little far away. Quarry has now touched plant. What's your AC?
13.
All right. I want
And-
to do a
Just like that.
super fast.
No,
one.
just like that. Yes. The plant tentacles in the inside latch onto you and suck you in. The leaves snap shut.
Oh crap.
Am I snapped out of it?
Yes, both of you are like.
What the heck?
Oh my gosh!
Plant!
Bad plant.
Made me drink that plant! Yes, I
So
want to taste.
you guys just saw Quarry get engulfed by plant.
Jeez.
Plant! What the heck?
I
I'm good.
instantly shadow blade and try to slay through the plant.
Oh, see. Okay. So you'll gather up your shadows and you'll. Shing! This is a second level spell, so that's why it's harder to cast, by the way.
Okay.
And I guess everybody roll initiative, actually. What if you tie for initiative? Who goes first?
It's
Simultaneous.
Oh.
Yeah, essentially.
Oh no, the person who has the higher dexterity.
Oh, right,
goes
yeah.
first.
So I feel like you have a higher dexterity than the plant. Wait, what's your dexterity?
I don't know.
Oh.
I have a +2 bonus. So that means it's 14 or 15.
Well, it's 15! Yay, you have higher dexterity than the plant. This freaking plant has dexterity of 14.
Well, clearly, because it snapped him in.
Yeah, I
or her
forgot
in
about
her.
that.
Basically, in the book, it just says the DM can decide.
Oh, I am God. Well, it kind of sucks that Trench goes first, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're over there.
Well, Trench is going to. I am
With
going
your newfound monk knowledge.
use some of my newfound monk knowledge to punch the crap out of that plant to let
The
him
one
know.
that ate Corey?
Yes!
No, the other one.
I'm gonna punch the other one. Punch the one that ate Corey.
What kind of monk powers?
The
Monks get 2
flurry of
attacks,
fists.
Oh, you're gonna do, okay.
You have to do
Monks, as a rule, get attack and then attack. Because that's how they work, right?
Not always, no.
This one does.
Well, you get flurry fist, so you attack and then punch, then disengage.
Yes. That's what I'm gonna do.
The funny thing about what you do when you fight is you don't do a combat stance, like I've said. You just sway. You don't look like you're doing anything, but you know what you're doing. And then you just throw out 3 punches. So make 3 attack rolls. But you don't look, to everyone else, you just look drunk.
What's the drunken monk?
Yeah.
Here's my 3 attacks.
Oh, they're 2 separate?
What?
Separate attacks?
Doesn't matter.
I think so.
Why does it matter? I'm gonna hit 3 times.
Not necessarily.
Are you spending a key point?
Yeah.
Yes. So first one is 17.
Okay.
I'm gonna take it out because now that I'm distracted.
Oh, I have to write down.
Oh,
Hit
so
points.
you roll attack and damage.
13.
Never mind.
Well, they happen that fast.
Oh! Nat 20.
It wasn't at 20.
That was
Good.
nat 20,
You
I saw
witnessed it. Good.
Those, all of those, wait. Yeah, all of those hit.
Good.
So
So
you
you either
do,
need to drop them all in at once and take whatever they land as, or...
I think
Well,
you
I
should
was
drop them all
going
in.
to, and then she made me stop.
Oh, okay.
But you
So,
do, so you do 1d4, then 1d4, and then 2d4 for the crit?
Right.
Yes.
Okay,
I'm gonna drop them all in.
so 4d4
Because this is fun.
damage.
Are they all unarmed strikes?
Yeah, she's just punching like heck. Oh. What'd you get?
2, 3. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Why?
Because I have a +1 plus strength / dex, so I get a bonus for my dex.
Cool.
You
Yes.
could use your short sword as your regular attack and still do your unarmed
But I
strikes.
wasn't there.
Yeah.
I was walking toward plant, so I'm assuming gaming-wise, I was walking toward plant, and I went, whoa, wait, boom!
Yeah, you just punched a plant. It's Cleek's turn.
I'm going to fly in at top speed. I was just looking at the dash action.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out
Ow.
if I can get there more quickly. What is my flying speed?
I think it's... I'm gonna Google it. I don't want to guess.
Yeah.
50 feet.
Oh,
Okay, so...
To use this speed, you can't be wearing medium or heavy armor.
Alright, I'm wearing leather armor. So
I thought it would be really funny to make an Aarakocra paladin, so we're in plate mail, just can't fly at all.
And is my my ground speed
Still 30.
30?
No, it's 25.
25.
Yes,
Okay.
because you have weird talon food.
Yes, makes sense.
Food. Got
Alright.
talon's food.
Okay.
So is this to scale then?
Yes.
And each of
'Cause
these
I said so.
squares is
5 feet.
5 feet. So if I do a regular move action, I can move 10 squares. 1, 2, 3,
What?
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, fly. So,
flappy.
okay, so I don't have to dash. So I'm going to take a fly action move here, and I'm going to take my mace and clobber the base of the plant to try and
Nice.
make it loosen up, because I don't want to hit the leaves or I'm going to hurt Clark.
You haven't felt anything yet, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just inside a plant.
It's kind of like Ice Age, Dawn of the Dinosaurs. That's what happened.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah, that's what's happening.
So I get a single attack. I don't think
For now.
there's any way for me to get more.
It's so good. I love Buck.
Nat 20.
Whoa!
You guys are doing great.
Cool.
Don't for Buckminster.
So
Long for Bah.
my total damage is 8.
Nice.
Nice.
No, it doesn't. It's a plant.
Hmm?
It cracks. You hit the base, and there's a fissure. You
Yeah.
hit a fissure.
Good.
It
Okay.
can't scream. It's a plant.
Yes.
It lets out a because it's leaking. I've never fought a plant before. Now it's the other one's turn. It's gonna try and attack you,
Who?
Cleek, who's right next to it.
No, Cleek's next to the other one.
He's close.
Okay.
He's close enough.
I'm within. Hey.
Well, if the other plant is attacking you, that must be where you are.
Well, I wouldn't be that dumb, would I?
Where were you? Yeah, tell me where you put yourself.
I put myself here, but it's still like a 5-foot reach, so
I
if the tentacles
would
can get to me.
technically have
Is that a
been
5-foot reach?
Yeah. Yeah.
Barely.
But would
Okay.
the plant be going for trench? Because trench is closer to the other plant.
Honestly, because I was
It's a
walking
plant.
to this plant.
It's got an intelligence of 1.
Yeah.
That's how-
Whatever is in front of it.
This
right?
would be a little more realistic because I was going to this one and then attack this one.
But we have to pick a square to be in.
Fine.
You feel its tentacles slap against you, but it doesn't grab hold of anything. Exactly. Your turn, Corey. You are blind, and you're like stuck inside. There's a bunch of goop.
Ew.
Can I rage?
You take 11 acid damage.
Oh.
Oh.
Shouldn't that be the other plant's turn?
No,
Okay.
it says on its turn.
I thought I
Oh,
could have
that's
I
horrifying.
thought I could have like bursted out dramatically and been like
Burst it out.
burst.
I liked it. I would have liked you to have bursted out after Monday. That would have been awesome.
That would have been cool.
That's what I was going for.
You can't, I guess, make a strength save with disadvantage.
Okay. Well, it's fine.
Yeah,
You,
that would
you
have
try to
been-
flex your muscles, and it's really thick leaves.
Okay.
It's really thick. It's a strong hand.
That's horrifying.
Your turn.
actually.
Oh wow.
Shadow Blade!
Does it say, curiosity, in the description how to end the restrained condition?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I know.
Because
what
it doesn't say that in the book. I guess it's dependent on what's happening.
Yeah, don't worry.
Cool.
No, I don't think I will use Shadow Blade. I think I'm going to use my quarterstaff and like stab it.
So you didn't summon the Shadow Blade.
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
If I was really mean, I could have said you summoned it and then threw it away.
Well, no, but I said that, and then he said roll initiative,
Yeah.
and then I was in a different
Yeah.
order.
It's a quarterstaff.
Yeah, quarterstaff, and I'm gonna strike him at the same spot that Cleek maced it.
Okay.
I rolled an 8.
It's really low down where he hit it, so you go in to swing, and it's kind of like when you're golfing and you just thwack
Oh,
the
yeah.
ground, and it just like, oh,
Cool.
oh.
Okay.
You feel it like in your arms.
Oh no, my sore arm. Ugh.
And Aranis finally understands what's going on. He finally figures out that life exists, so he turns around. What the? Hang on a second. He's going to charge in head first. Can you move him 30 feet towards the plant, please?
Oh.
Yeah, I guess he doesn't know that. Yeah, he'll come in with his staff. He'll spin it around dramatically. The cool dark shadow thing will follow it around, and then he'll smack it.
Which plant is he attacking?
He's smacking the one that is open that isn't holding forward because he's dumb.
Okay, that's why I was asking.
He has some kind of shadow magic too?
Yeah, it happens whenever he uses his staff.
Cool.
Just thwack his.
Okay.
Yeah. He gives it a good thwack, and you hear this, and it kind of echoes throughout the entire area.
That's
And
probably
a piece of the plant withers.
Oh, cool.
I must use my marker.
That's cool.
Yeah, but you hit the wrong one.
That's still cool.
Trench!
Trench is going to take out Trench's short sword.
You can take a trench's short sword, not anybody else's.
No, just Trench's. And going to do 2 attacks.
Okay, well you're gonna do 1 attack and then a bonus attack, because you're a moon.
Yes, that's what it is.
You're a moon.
But the bonus strike has to be unarmed.
Yes, so you slash and then punch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, my pen!
14.
Don't mind me.
So, 16.
Okay, you hit it with a sword.
Okay, and these.
You cut off a
I
bit
do
of its
not
head.
have the damage for a short sword. That's D6, D8, I believe.
6.
D6?
It's a short sword.
I haven't ever used a short sword, let's be fair.
Is that the sort of thing that's on your screen? Because
What?
it used to be.
So
What?
5.
Equip-
Oh,
lists?
no, I don't get anything useful on here. This is all about just Tomb.
Do you get
Really?
strength bonus on short swords or no?
Do
For
you?
damage.
I feel like that'd be dex.
Hmm?
Oh, for damage?
For
I don't know.
damage.
Yeah, everything in here is navigation, dehydration, travel distances, weather, treasure, caches, random encounters.
It doesn't matter.
Well, you as a monk, that you can use dex or strength
Somebody close that.
for attack and damage. Oh, I'm putting
Okay.
additions away. It's a finesse weapon anyway, but it's D6,
Okay,
and then you can add either dex or strength to the attack and damage.
so 8
And add proficiency
Or
to your
7.
attack roll.
For damage?
damage.
Okay.
I rolled
Oh,
a
you already
5.
hit?
Yeah, I hit with a. Yes, he said I hit.
You slice off the tip of the leaves.
Nice. Now I'm gonna punch it.
Okay.
With my 3D.
Yeah.
That's not good. So that would be an 8.
Okay, so what you did is you sliced off the top of the leaves and then you punched where the leaves were and realized that you would cut off the leaf. And missed.
Fair. I can handle that, that's fair.
Click.
That was to make sure I got that leaf.
How many hit points do you have left?
Has
27.
it let Quarry go yet?
No.
Is Quarry making any noise like he's in danger?
You can't hear anything.
Can I
Neither
see
can
him?
you. No. It's thick leaves.
Oh,
it is
okay.
like what you feel in the plant is literal nothing. You feel the acid burning, but nothing else can be heard or seen.
Well, I guess I'll just have to keep trying to bash at the base and see if I
It's a
can
sensory deprivation leaf.
get rid of it.
Seeing
So-
things.
Is that the god of Wicca?
Melandris. Are you male or female?
Yes.
I think I'm
We're magic here.
The only attack type spell I can remember having is a sun ray type of spell where I do like a beam of light and I think it did a d6. Does that sound familiar to you at all?
It does sound familiar.
I mean, my mace was effective last time, so I'm going to use it again. I just want to know what my options are.
I just want to know.
One moment.
I want to use proper pronouns.
Yes. Yeah, I know what that is.
Okay. Alright, so I rolled a 17 to hit.
Nice.
Oh, 19 to hit with
What
my
are you,
mace.
you're hitting with your mace? Okay.
Yep.
You do smack it.
I'll do another 7 points.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be nice. No, come back. You're aiming for the same spot on the thing, so
Yep.
you smack it right in the crack, and the crack gets bigger. I want you to roll an extra d4
Okay.
because I want to be fun.
Cool.
How much damage did you do then?
7, and I just rolled a 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Plant is sort of loosening its grip,
Okay.
and you can't really. It's a plant. It doesn't have a face,
Yeah.
so it's loosening its grip.
Okay.
We seem to be making an impact on it.
Hopefully I can get him free shortly.
Yeah. Corey.
Nice.
How many points do you want?
27.
Take 10 acid damage. As you are continuing to be digested. Gonna be digested.
Okay.
We'll find a new definition of pain and suffering.
I don't like the
Doesn't
amount
sound too
of
bad. What?
I don't like the amount of dice you roll when you do that.
Vlandris is going to take another swing at the other one.
Alright.
That's me.
I'm sorry. I was thinking Uranus.
Oh, that's okay.
He comes after. Vlandris.
Yeah, I think I'll lock it again with the quarterstaff.
Okay. What?
Never mind.
What? No.
Can
What?
I use
I rolled
it?
a 6.
You miss.
Yeah, I know.
I want to be funny. You take your staff and you like try to stab it into the crack and you just miss. Like you hit the crack, but you go through it. So you just hit the ground under the crack.
Oh, like when you're chopping wood and you just either miss or go right to the spot where you just chopped through?
Yeah, just like that. So you just nothing happens.
Whoa!
Now Uranus will try to hit it. He sees everyone's hitting this one, so he's like, oh wait. So he'll try to take a swing at it.
Missing a very large barbarian.
He doesn't know that. Uranus missed. French, it's your turn.
French is going to do the same thing again. Short sword and attack. Short sword. 8, 10.
Ah.
10.
You try it!
You missed.
Okay, now my hand. Attack.
You
Well,
missed.
that's not-
missed.
Well, I'm going to blame Uranus. I think Uranus stepped in the way.
Speak.
Okay,
I'm
so it's,
speaking Oregon.
it's starting to loosen. I think rather than trying to break it down again, now I'm going to strap my mace to my belt, lift off the ground, and use my hand and foot talons to try and pry the thing open so that I can get Quarry out.
Okay.
Strength
Okay.
check. That's not what I thought you were gonna do.
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
Okay, do I do an attack roll for an unarmed strike or anything, or just...
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Might as
For
well
the
try that
record,
anyway.
your talons do a d4
Thank you.
because they are talons and they hurt.
Alright. And that would be piercing or slashing?
Slashing.
Slashing. Okay. Plus 2 for strength. Okay, so here goes. Rolled a 20.
Wow.
So,
Not
a natch, though.
Oh.
yeah. So
What
my
was the
damage,
You rolled a 16.
I rolled a 16 plus 4 is 20.
Oh, would have been
So-
better if you rolled a 20.
Yeah.
My total damage
That
is
would've
5.
been amazing.
And now I want to try and pry the thing open.
Okay. You flap up dramatically, and you land on top, and you take in your hands and your talons, and you rip it apart.
Yeah.
And the leaves come off of the shells, and it's just left with the tentacles flopping down. They fall down. Kuwari falls down, covered in muck,
Oh.
covered in slime, just splats on the ground. Some of you is kind of like 3rd-degree burns. You're holding 2 leaves in your hands as you're standing there triumphantly with the corpse of the plant just
Getting
lying
nowhere.
there.
I am so epic.
Plant 1 dead.
I really am a god. I'll use my move action
In
to
your mind.
land next to Kuwari so that next round I can try and take care of him.
Okay.
In your dreams.
Corey, it's your turn.
Corey's.
I want to accompany that with a really dramatic battle cry.
Yeah!
Oh,
Like a bird of prey echoing through the jungle.
Woo! Screw it, you get inspiration on your next attack.
Thank you.
no, only if you demonstrate it.
Yes!
Okay,
Nice.
Pretty good.
Needs more bass, I gotta EQ it a bit.
So do you. You get inspiration.
Yay. Oh, what does that mean?
You get an extra d4 on your next attack roll, because I said
Or
so.
when
Yay.
you want to spend it.
Attack, no, next attack roll. You're not a bard.
Alright.
It's short-lived.
I thought you were allowed to store it.
No, you are, but no.
I choose to be inspired at this moment.
It's not bardic inspiration, it's just inspiration.
Okay.
Corey, take your turn.
Corey
You're covered in slime and kind of burning.
sits up, looks at the dead plant, looks at everyone else, and says, "It was a bad plant."
Oh yes.
Okay. Plant 2 slaps Trench again, and nothing happens. Valandris.
I wipe off my Twitter stuff and the grass around.
Oh yeah, you and Cleek both get a little splashback of some slime.
Oh.
It hurts a little, but not enough to do like hit point damage, but it stings.
So it's like acidic?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
correct.
no.
How acidic
Burn
is
at
stomach
least.
acid?
Pretty acidic, actually.
Yeah. This is tougher because it's
It
it's like a
breaks
pitcher
down
plant.
food.
Pitcher plants are so cool. So cool. Anyway.
We should go.
What do we do with the plant? I want to take the other plant.
It's not hurting you.
It might throw those spores in.
I'm walking away.
I'm gonna flurry
this
of
isn't
blows
Star
the other plant.
I start walking away.
I am going to flurry of blows the other plant.
Okay.
Well, I'm inspired to kill things now.
It's not your turn. It's Uranus' turn.
Well, Uranus!
Uranus will hit it. Hey, you actually hit it.
Good man.
Yeah. Uranus will take his awesome staff, twirl it in the air, and smack it, and the thing will wither.
Oh, nice.
It withers, and it smokes, and it dies.
So this inspiration, does it last on my next attack?
No.
No, it's gone now.
I think that's what you said was my
The
next
plans are
attack.
dead.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
Let's take a note of what these look like and not do that again.
Plants, bad. Told ya!
It was a bad plan.
Corey looks for the remnants of her flower crown.
Suddenly I'm very partial to boats. That was a good choice, thank you.
Maybe you guys should go clean off in the water. The water's really clean. Get some of the grossies off of it.
Yeah, I want to heal Kuwari.
Hey, Uranus.
Yes.
Is survivaling. How do we fish? There's fish in there. I don't know how to catch it though. I don't have a net or anything.
Use a spear, net, good weights. I don't know.
Have a net?
We could make one. There's some vines around.
Alright, I'll
I
start
have
making
a
a net.
javelin.
That's true.
I don't know how to use a javelin.
I'm sure they do.
Stat.
Well, there are fish in the water, so I'm gonna work on making a net while you guys heal up because we need some food and I'm gonna find some food for us.
I'm going to try to find some food as well.
So, Cure Wounds is a spell I can cast.
Yep.
Okay, good. So that'll use up one of my first level slots. I just want to see if it gets any better if I use a second level slot.
I think it goes up by a D8 or something. I don't know.
It does, if I remember correctly, but it uses up a second level slot, so.
Yeah, increases by 1d8 for each slot level above first. That's nice. D8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Uranus
So how many
makes,
hit points are you doing?
what was it, 24?
Yeah, I'm at 17 right now, and I had 38.
Okay,
I was
so
right.
I will use second level slot. So,
Uranus, after making sure everybody's nice and healthy and you're all doing this, he's going to go back a little bit into the forest and keep looking for stuff because he's been making some progress with finding some food.
I am leaving a net.
Okay. Could you roll like a crafting save or something? I don't know. Survival. Go survival.
18!
so I'll heal you for 11.
Ooh, that's pretty good. You
Nice.
managed to rip
No
up some of
problem.
the stronger vines you can find and you
That should
weave them
help a
together
bit.
in a passable kind
Just
of
in
net.
case we run into something
It
else.
seems like
Yeah.
you're not sure about it, but it's alright.
It might work.
Yeah, it's. You did see the sizes of the fish, so you could make the holes the size approximate to that.
Yeah.
So you make a passable small net.
Hey, I rolled an 18, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
So I'm gonna
It's
go
not
fish.
big. It's pretty small
That's
net.
okay, I really need to catch a couple fish at a time. I can swim underwater and breathe underwater, so
That's true. You can be a fish.
I'm gonna be a fish and go catch some fish for supper.
All right. What do you want to do?
Or lunch or supper, whatever it is.
Can I use my inspiration as an extra d4 healing?
Yes.
Okay, cool. It'll probably just be a 1.
I
I'm
could
gonna
probably use some healing. I just realized
3.
that.
That's what I was gonna say. Oh, you get 3 more hit points.
You're hurt?
Yeah.
How'd you get hurt?
Oh no, we had all the magic surge. I'm probably healed now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I never-
actually, after a long rest, you heal all your hit points anyway.
Yeah.
That's new.
Oh, you're good.
That's new.
Yeah.
That didn't used to happen in D&D.
Really?
Yeah, you had to do all the manual healing.
That would suck.
You got back like 1 hit point
You want to
automatically.
know why we died all the time in the old games? Because you had to have a very powerful cleric, or you would be dead.
Yep.
What are you doing?
I think I'm gonna wander back into the jungle and maybe like look for some berries.
Okay. So you're gonna self in a different
I'm looking for berries.
area. Survival.
Helping.
You can go with Uranus if you want. It'll give you an advantage.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, is that like a complimentary skill check or something?
Yeah.
So you said survival?
I just rolled 2.
So,
Yeah.
what does that do? Just give you advantage?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I said so.
I rolled a 15.
Okay, so you're both able to find. He knows what berries are poisonous, which is great.
Helpful.
So you two are able to find some good bushes. He steers you away from some, but you find a large clump of very nice berries. Find some berries. Some berries for house.
Holly berries,
Candy lights for house.
lights for house,
Gingerbread for house.
gingerbread, pieces of house,
And you also find some
Are
hanging
they
fruit.
Swedish berries for house?
Berries for house.
Swedish berries for house.
Swedish berries for house. Oh. So you now have collected a nice bag of berries and quite a few fruitids.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm mainly helping by carrying because I don't really know how to forage.
Yes. You can take those back to the camp. Where did you go?
He's still looking for more birdies and
You're
such.
looking. What are you doing?
Me? I was trying to look after Quarry.
Right.
Oh, that's right.
So you two are hanging out. The berries did take a while. So if you two wanted to do something different while she was fishing and they're burying, what would you like to do?
No, I'm just gonna rest.
Okay.
Because I tried hunting and didn't go so well.
What about you?
Quarry's gonna go look for some roots, berries.
Okay. Okay. Your Zorbo's gonna come join you as well. Give you rub up against your leg as soon as you're standing. Make sure you're okay.
Aww.
Did you make a survival check?
I did.
Would you roll?
I rolled an 18.
No.
Oh, that was
roll
for-
for fishing.
You didn't tell me to
Make
do
a
that.
fishing check.
Oh, that's not good.
Did you catch anything?
No. Can I try again?
No. You were looking for roots and mushrooms?
Roots, mushrooms, and berries.
Okay. They got berries covered. You find some good shrooms. You got those shrooms, the different colors of shrooms. Okay.
know if you really want to do
Roots?
something. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I guess you find some roots.
You
There's
know,
roots
like
all over the place. You
potatoes.
take out some of the ones that are dead or dying. You rip them up and you just go.
taters.
So you find that. I guess all of you culminate back in the camp. Did you want to try fishing
I
again?
do.
Does somebody want to help her try fishing because she didn't catch anything?
I'll try with fishing.
Okay. I guess make it with advantage now.
Can I borrow your dice?
Great.
Can I borrow your other dice? Disadvantage? 10.
You guys can catch like
Plus wisdom is
two.
12.
You guys can catch like 2 fish.
Big fish.
You catch a medium fish and 3 small fish.
I found fish.
Okay, that's a start.
They return with fish. And Uranus looks over your mushrooms and your roots. The roots don't seem to be safely edible because you don't know anything about roots. Some of the mushrooms do. He just doesn't know what all of them might do. So
Okay.
it's a toss-up. So if you want to eat them, you can.
Corey's gonna ask me Zorbo.
Jeez, my eyes. Sorry.
Zorbo.
I'm gonna ask what the Zorbo
We
thinks.
should probably boil them. Or
Like,
boil them a
suggest
lot.
mushrooms for the Zorbo. Like, take a handful and look at it and see what it does.
Okay.
Please don't kill my Zorbo.
I guess you break off a piece and just hand it like, here you go.
Yeah.
He takes it, sniffs it.
Please don't kill my Zorbo. Corey will become chaotic evil.
And it starts taking a couple of nibbles. Do you stop it?
Yes.
What does it think?
It takes a couple of nibbles and it's like
And it dies.
Yeah.
Sorry.
doesn't really have much of a reaction. It's mushrooms.
Okay.
It only
It's like-
it ate a teeny bit, and you're like, "Ah!" But it didn't like die,
Okay.
which is good.
Why don't we like get back in the boats and eat what's portable, and then we'll
Save
cook
the
what
fish.
we caught for dinner.
Okay,
Ooh.
okay, you can do that. So
It'll
like,
save
make a
some
fire.
time. Yeah, after we
Not my stuff.
after we go upriver for another 6 hours or whatever until it starts to get dark.
Well, you want to get to the camp? Oh, I guess you're not that close.
Yeah, we just want to get as far as we can.
Okay. All right. So you'll pack up the fish and the berries and the roots and the not the roots and the fish and the berries and Zorbo and the mushrooms.
Which of these things does not belong in the food basket? Okay.
It's a nice river ride. You can see some of the fish as you go down. It's pretty fish.
Yeah.
It's pretty fish.
Well, whoever isn't rowing could always try and what's the word? Troll?
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do a clam drive thing.
Yeah.
What's that
Yeah, I
called?
can like stick the net.
A scallop drop.
Right.
Drag. A scallop drag.
Like when you're in a boat and you're dragging a fishing line off
Yeah.
the side of the boat as you travel.
A scallop drag.
A scallop drag?
We did those in the boat at the marine biology camp. They
We're
took
not
this-
dredging the bottom.
Yeah, but it was so cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
it was fun. We caught
How
a
did
fish.
it not-
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, not really.
Oh, okay.
No, you don't make it to the camp.
No,
By
no.
the time of the end of this day, you'll have made it about halfway because of how fast you were going in your first half of the trip.
Good.
Okay. That's what I'm asking.
So, as the sun starts going down, you think it's about time to find a good camp. Eventually, you come to a sort of clearing, somewhere you can moor the boats. There aren't that many clearings in this place because it's a wild jungle.
Yeah. So it'd
you
be
find
all, like all tangled trees and
yeah,
roots all
but you'll
over
just
it.
find
Yeah.
where a place where you can put the boats and somewhere you can make a camp.
Good.
You'll moor your boats.
Mhm.
It's kind of dark out, so everyone make an investigation check. Many types for me to give you different rolls to make.
Yeah.
It's a lot of perception, survival, wisdom.
Well, some of these don't make any sense for my rolls.
Wait, what did you roll for perceptions, by the way?
Oh,
Perception?
20. Not 20.
Nat
Perception
20.
or investigation?
Investigation, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Investigation.
Alright.
I rolled 19, but that's now plus 2, so 21.
I mean, you both see it. There's a decayed skeleton lying on the ground wearing leather-ish armor and has a satchel and like a helmet.
Oh,
Okay.
poor investigator died.
Of course you can. You find a scrap of tanned dinosaur hide with a crude map drawn on the back.
Spell doesn't exist anymore.
You can match it to the map that you have,
What's
and
it
it
called?
is the map,
It's a game
and you
breaker.
can match where Port Nurazu is, where it was before. You know where that is, and where it is on the map, and it points to an area.
It was higher than that.
It points. So
Maybe 4.
don't look at anything else. But you find a map. It looks like this, except blank, and then it's got Port Nurazu here, and it points. It has a crude little area that points to this place.
Is that where we are?
No,
Oh.
it's labeled. Wait, that one or that one? And it's got two. It's got a line that goes from Port Nurazu, and then it goes northwest, and then more west, and it has 2 landmarks called Yelyark and Vorn.
Can we add them to this map now?
Yes, I will do that.
Okay.
And also in one of his pockets, you find this.
Ooh.
Whoa, cool.
Cool. It has a mustache.
So is it just the name, or does it have a symbol, like something you'd be able to tell if it's a camp or a town, or?
No, just the name.
Okay.
Well, that's some good information.
Put it on.
Yeah, it is. I'm assuming these are mine.
Magically, a mustache appears on Quarry's face.
Yes!
Amazing.
Oh my gosh, that's.
What? What? Oh,
This is what is known as the lockout of instant mustache. I found it
right.
on Pinterest and
Okay.
I loved it. So I made one.
That's great. Take some
So
picture.
I like it.
Quarry now has a glorious handlebar mustache.
Oh my.
That's new. Corey, that's new.
I look fabulous.
Yeah, that's the word I was thinking.
No, I can't argue.
What happened? Where did that come from?
The locket.
You just open it?
Yeah. the
Please tell me it
mustache.
does
Can I have
something
it?
else.
No.
Can I look-
mustache too?
I can't.
I'll give it back.
When he closes the locket, does the mustache go
Should
away?
you close the locket?
I'll close the locket.
Quarry is a
Mustache goes
female?
away.
Yes.
Are we sure?
Yes.
I
Yes?
I'm female.
Female?
Yeah.
I don't know where the female.
It doesn't look like one.
Well, that's the problem with
It's
the
hard enough
mustache.
finding a Goliath miniature. I was lucky to find a Goliath barbarian, let alone a female one.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
sexist.
Fair enough.
Good with that.
Oh wait, I had stats for it. Frick. It does do more. Shut up. That was all you could find though. There was just the dead body. There was nothing else around. There was like the remnants of a fire that was once burning, but it's just charred.
Oh, we can use that then.
Well, I mean, it's not
There's
much.
a- doesn't-
It was burning a long time ago.
Oh yeah, but it's an ash bed at least.
Yeah.
Alright.
And a mustache.
And a mustache. I was really hoping he would have left it open when he died, so he would just be a skull with a mustache.
I was wondering if does it go away when you close the locket?
Yeah, it does.
Aww.
There's got to be some
It does do
use
more.
for
It
this.
does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what it does. So
Just let
here,
them be
lock it
frivolous
into
uses
the mustache,
magic
open it, and get a
objects.
fabulous mustache. While you have it, you get +1 to bluff and +2 to disguise.
Nice.
Nice.
That makes
Oh, God.
sense.
I have so many magic objects.
Yeah, I know. I
So
helped
many.
Tim find materials too.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, these are just the ones that I've built.
Yes, I know.
The rest of them are the ones that I haven't built and are still amazing.
There was. We spent some time finding stuff he could build. I said, Mama, you did budget rings. Alright.
Alright, so I guess we'd better
Make a fire.
fast forward here, build a fire, eat some
It
food,
really is.
set up watches, go to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you
After trying to rip the net out of my hands.
So your watch.
My net.
Nothing out of the ordinary, just that the skeleton is creepy at night.
Fair enough.
Your night patches. Your night patches.
Okay.
You wake up.
Do I have to roll a perception? Oh.
Similar incident, just creepy skeleton stuff.
Neat.
You go to wake up Uranus. He spends some. Sorry. Don't mind me.
Uranus, okay?
Uranus is not okay. Or the next morning, Uranus will wake you all up to the knowledge that while he was taking his watch, he saw some glitters in the darkness, and was able to find a small patch of emeralds next to the dead explorer.
Seriously?
Yeah, just a small patch. 2 or 3.
Can I have
That's
that?
bizarre.
I would say why not. You do one.
Thank you.
I'll keep the other 2 just for safekeeping, just in case.
That's
Put
so
it in my
weird.
pouch.
He must have died with them, I suppose.
Okay.
It's
How big is
shiny.
the emerald?
He is shiny.
How big is the emerald?
Um, it's like rough. It's not refined. It's like what a garnet looks like, all rough and like it was chopped, or like an amethyst. It's all choppy.
Oh, I like it.
Like the amethyst, just a gemstone.
Would be useful.
So Aranis will also give the other 2 to you because he sees you as the most responsible, and I don't want to write them down.
Of course, I'm the most responsible.
I can hold them.
There's a question. I don't think so.
I can hold them.
Shall we pack up our camp and then head to the camp? Vengeance. Yes?
Or
No, I think we're gonna
Vorn.
try this.
Okay.
Down
Yelnark or Vorn?
Vorn.
Vorn, it's closer.
Really should have looked that up. I think I did look that up.
Looks like it's a 30-mile
Yeah.
trek.
So-
That's a long way, but
Well,
It's a couple of days out of our way, but who knows, we could be there.
let's
Okay.
start at the back.
On your way there.
yes.
It's about 3-day walk. So you head through the forest, you chop down things with your scimitars and your magic and your jazz. You're in the middle of the jungle. Need to use my magic. Jungle. No, not lesser around Jack. What is that? I want it. I'm sorry, I didn't plan for encounters like this.
That's fine.
I wasn't
That's what
thinking.
happens with random encounters.
Yeah, they're random. You enter into. Wait, where are you guys?
That's
where you are.
Wet
We're
there?
not sure how far
I
we
like
got.
a whip down.
Okay.
You got a few miles in. It's been a couple of hours,
Okay.
and you come to a very an almost nest. Not a bird's nest, but you can tell that something would live here.
Cool.
And in a small circle of stones, you see. I showed you the picture, right? You all saw the picture?
I did not. But I heard about it, so
Okay.
it's all good.
Gigantic snail. Friggin' huge.
That's what I heard.
Huge shell, and it's got about 5 like tentacle eye stalk things.
Yeah.
It's taller than people. That's how big this snail is.
Taller than Tori?
Yes.
Oh, that's scary.
And as soon as you even get near the thing, it shrieks. It lets out this huge, this like high-pitched wailing noise, and then just starts beelining towards you.
Jeez.
How fast is it? Why does it does? It's very slow, but it is beelining towards you.
Okay.
But it's going slow. It's going very slow. It's got 10 feet of movement. It's like.
Oh, it's a snail.
Yeah, but it's like its tentacles are going towards you, so it's slowly closing the distance. Let us roll for initiative.
So we could probably just go around it.
Yes, you could.
Well, that's not fun.
Do you guys want to just go around it?
You could.
That might be the prudent thing to do, and what reason do we have for killing it? Those are gorgeous.
It's just yelling at you.
Yeah, they're from
It's
Venus.
yelling at you and it's advancing on you for encroaching upon its territory.
It's right.
Let's go around it then.
Okay.
But maybe somebody who's stealthy could kind of go in behind it, check out this ring of rocks, and see if there's anything worth
I'll go.
seeing.
I don't think you're stealthy.
I don't know if I am or not. I haven't tried.
Well,
Are
what's
you
your
stealthy?
what's your dex?
You look stealthier than anybody.
I know, right? I blended. I only have a +1 to stealth though.
You're a very sly human being.
So I'm gonna try to go stealthy and see what.
You're directly in his line of sight though. So,
Not right.
I can step to the side,
I mean, yeah.
blend in, and then try.
Okay, blend. You're blue.
Yeah.
Blend in.
Behind, bushes.
Okay.
Blue, green, what's the difference?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you'll break off to the side.
Yeah.
And do you guys want to try to keep its attention on you?
Yeah. I
Okay.
guess we
Would
better.
you? In what way?
Well, I guess I'll just spread my colorful wings and squawk loudly
Oh,
and
very
try and
distracting.
aim it my way while staying out of its range.
I kind of want you to roll an intimidation check. Okay, so you spread your wings and you squawk and you
Yeah.
scream about it. Bright colors flashing. It went to look at Trench and then it it has 5 eyes.
Oh, yeah.
So all of them were looking and then 4 of them turned back to you and one of them was still following Trench. And then you kept squawking some more and it just went, what? So you have its undivided attention as it slowly crawls towards you.
Good.
Some more.
Then I'll just.
It's closing the distance. It's about 10 feet away now.
All right, then I'll keep backing up and making noise so that I can hold its attention but stay out of its range.
Okay.
Because I'm quite a bit faster than it
Smart.
is even on the ground.
Yeah, it does. It sends some of its eyes towards you, trying to hit you.
Wow.
But
With
it's
its eyes?
eye tentacles. It's not. It looks like you can't see eyes, but there's nowhere else for eyes to be.
Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. I'm aware. It's really creepy. You're trying to get to the ring of rocks.
Yes.
Okay.
To see what it is that we have disturbed about it.
There's a sort of like what's the word? There's an indentation in the ground
Okay.
about like the shape of its shell, so you can see that this is where it stays a lot.
Okay.
This is pretty much its home.
Okay, what do I find?
What do you find? I'm gonna find you something cool. One second. You see another. There's another a dead body, like a decomposed skeleton. How does this thing kill again?
Kind of
yeah,
skeleton.
I don't know. It's a skeleton.
Like-
It's a dragonborn skeleton. It's a larger one. It has a dragon-esque skull. You can see the teeth and the snout.
Wow.
Really cool. And next to it's still wearing some of its armor, but most of it is burned away. Most of it is burned away.
Ew.
It's sort of burned away. Make an investigation check, I suppose.
And that would be a d20, yes?
Yes.
15.
You can get a strange sense from the boots that they are wearing, and right next to them you find a large glaive. A golden glaive with a nice curved blade.
I'm taking
And
that.
it does seem to be some kind of interesting.
I'm gonna take the boots too.
Okay. So you have both of those,
Boots and
leaving
the
a
golden glaive.
sad, bootless, dead dragonborn.
Well, he's dead. He doesn't need boots.
Sad. There's also some pebbles. Maybe every so often there's like a piece of copper or some tiny, like, shiny bit, but probably not too valuable on the ground. There's like it's scattered all over. This isn't organized.
Fair.
The dragonborn was its food source, and then it died.
To keep its attention until somebody tells me otherwise, I'll fly upwards and try and stay out of its range of attack, but kind of hover above it.
You're such a
Close
jerk.
again. Yep. Woohoo!
You fly up, and it like rears up for a second, and it's kind of scared, and then suddenly its shell starts brightly just glowing this amazingly bright light.
Oh wow!
Whoa.
And roll a wisdom saving throw.
All right. 20.
Okay, it's shocking, and you almost stumble out of the air for just a second, but you're
Wow.
able to block it from your view,
Oh, jeez.
and it's
Okay.
just sparkling everything. You two also make wisdom throws. Both of you you see the light, and you don't have enough wherewithal to try to block your eyes, so you just take a step back, and you're just entranced. You can't move, you can't think. You're just staring at this extremely bright light, and it's just, you don't know what to do.
Cool.
But
Like,
the
hit
flail
the eyes.
snail is still entirely focused on you,
Okay.
because you're bright.
Can I see what's happening to them or no? I'm kind of
Investigation.
shielding my eyes. so-
Perception.
Okay. 7.
No.
Okay.
What do you want to do? Yeah, you.
Have I investigated everything in the area?
That's all you could see, was the dragonborn and some scraps of shiny.
Okay, so I picked up all those things I found,
Yeah.
and then I guess I'll head back.
Okay. I guess you're able to easily sneak around it because it's focused on the giant flying bird.
Yes.
So you've made it to the group. They can't. They seem to just be staring at an extremely bright snail,
Yeah.
Oh,
just
that's
entranced by its beauty.
Yeah.
peculiar.
And as you come in earshot, excuse me, this creature appears to have some other power we did not know about. Could you hurry up, please?
I will try and break them out of the spell.
Right after you get back, the light starts to dim down again, and the snail kind of falters down and just still staring at you.
Yeah.
But the light has gone down. You two can now think coherently once more.
Oh, it just stops?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Actually, snail's next turn, so like 6 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
What are you guys worrying about? Gosh, it's done.
You currently have a distracted snail, snail,
Okay.
snail,
Yes.
and 3 people who are standing in front of it just being like,
I think we should get away from this thing. This doesn't seem like a good place.
I agree. I suggest we run.
Okay, let's run.
Alright.
heading in the same direction around it?
Yeah.
Okay. 4 of you, sorry, Uranus is there. You sprint off around the back. You turn it this way, they go around this way.
Yeah.
So
I'll try to keep it distracted to give them a head start.
a couple of its eyes flicker down and try to follow it because they're making a lot of noise and it can sort of feel something through the ground as it starts to slowly turn towards where they're going.
Hello, snail piano.
Is there like what kind of a roll is that?
Persuasion, I guess.
Persuasion. No, performance. Roll a performance check.
Performance, nice. I'm going to assume I'm not proficient in that either.
No. I already proficient in that. I'm gonna check anyway. No.
Okay.
You did a +2 though.
I failed miserably.
Okay. You try to do like a backflip in the air. You just kick yourself in the face. So now the snail is turning almost fully around to look at you guys, still sprinting across. You've made it to the other end of its like nest area, but now it's staring at you and slowly following you.
Here's hoping it doesn't follow us into the forest.
Are you gonna follow them?
Yeah, since it's stopped looking at me, I'll stay way up in the air, but I'll follow them from above and.
Okay. The tree cover does get really thick once you get to the edge of the nest.
Can I stay above the trees? And then.
You could, but you wouldn't be able to see them anymore.
True. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's too thick. Okay, I'll have to land and run with them then.
Yeah. So all five of you are able to chalk your way through the foliage with just enough space for you, leaving not too much space for the snail.
Yeah.
Just barely able to snake through before it kind of gets it behind you and just.
Very woogity.
You're getting a seizure. And it seems to stop following you into the forest as it can no longer reach.
Okay.
Excellent. Let's just keep going.
Yep.
And then
Far
it
away from
screams
this
one more time.
place.
This is again.
Yeah. Alright. Well, we just took away some stuff we didn't need anyway.
That was
Fun.
fun. Yeah, you don't know that.
Are you going to talk about the things you found, or just
Well,
keep them to yourself?
I found its lunch.
It's kind of hard to hide a
gross.
golden glaive, isn't
That's
it?
true.
I see you've acquired another shiny thing.
It was shiny. Hey, okay. There was this dead
Trench
thing.
runs up holding a golden shiny glaive and a pair of boots, both of which are sparkling to you guys, like magical steam.
Now, okay, guys. There was a dead thing there. I think it was lunch, and it doesn't need these anymore. So I'm gonna take them. Thanks. Put them in my bag.
Trench, can I just take a look at those real quick?
I'm putting the boots in my bag.
Just one moment, please. I cannot wear boots, but other people can.
I can too. I need some new boots. Thank you.
I
If
just
I
want-
remember correctly, I think you are proficient with glaives.
Cool.
I was just going to check that.
I just want to take a look at them.
My glaive.
And may I also remind you that we're a party now. So
Yeah, I have a player's handbook.
we have to share things with each other sometimes.
But it's really shiny.
Persuasion!
Care. Okay.
If you can't work with words, work with dice. I mean, you did threaten to cut off her
19.
hand. Oh, snap! Nay!
Do I have to? Do I make a counter one?
Yeah, you can counter with the
What
same
do you
skill,
what
I
do you
think.
counter with?
Well, unless there's an exact opposite.
There isn't really.
Then it would be
maybe like
Oh,
the
by
same.
19 I meant
Wisdom.
17.
You rolled a 17.
Yeah.
I got a 19.
No, I got a 17. I used the wrong.
I think it would be
Actually,
skill
I did.
versus skill check.
Okay, so roll that persuade.
13 plus 15.
Okay, so it
Minus
does,
one.
You do, it
Minus
it
one.
overrides the ring,
It's
is
okay.
what I'll tell you.
Okay.
what?
Nothing. That's fair.
It's across the sky.
That's what I said.
Think it's time.
Okay, here. I don't know how to use this thing anyway, so you can have this.
The glaive or the
Glaive?
boots?
The glaive.
Okay,
the
thank
boots
you.
I'm gonna kind of keep.
Thank you, Trent.
Well,
You
Unless
can
you were-
persuade her
You
to give
can
up
only
the
attune to 3 magic
boots
objects.
if you want.
unless you were an exceptional sorcerer, you would not be proficient in a glaive.
Okay.
Nor would I.
Fair enough. I do want to look
Well, I
at
don't know
it
the boots are glowing. I just think the boots are cool.
Yeah, it's true.
though. Can I do detect magic?
I bet Quarry would be.
Can you?
Yeah. Yeah, barbarians are proficient in all martial weapons.
sweet,
That's what
okay.
a glaive is.
Yeah, I'm
A
gonna lose
barbarian,
this
you're a
thing.
sorcerer.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
talking
Oh,
about.
you're talking
Quarry.
about quarry, but I want to look at magic. And you can convince Trent to give up the boots if you want.
You sense a lot of competing energies many things that are waiting to be released.
Can I release them?
I mean, on what?
I don't know.
I guess this is where a
You
wizard
can
would be handy with a sorcerer in some ways. Yeah.
Make an Arcana check. Oh, the blade is not just metal. It's prismatic, and as you look at it, it seems to shift. But if you're just looking at it from far away, it looks like normal colors. If you just focus on it, they move.
Huh.
It's
Is there
very
Arcana
pretty.
check? Arcana?
Yes, and it is very heavy. Not very heavy, but it's heavy.
20.
So you're looking at it, trying to figure out what it does. Give me a magic word. Not a dumb one.
Okay.
This is improv time. Chirac.
No.
Kazam!
Kazam! I can do one if you want.
No. Malachar. I'm ready to serve you.
Alright. You are... That's not the word.
Malarak.
Malarak.
Change my
Write that
mind.
down. You focus very hard on the magical abilities within this weapon. And somehow through the powers of magic, you hear the word Malak. Malarak?
Malak's cooler.
Malak. You hear the word Malak appear in your head. You say it out loud, and then you take the glaive and you slam it against a tree, and it where does it explode? Frick. It does a magical.
Does that do a magical thing?
It does a magical thing. It slams into the tree, and an explosion of frost
Oh.
emanates, shooting from it. The blade briefly turns a bright blue
Okay.
and freezes the interior of the trunk. And then you take it off and it becomes prismatic again.
That's really cool.
like a
You said,
frost blade?
but that is not all it can do.
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
So you made quite a bit of progress, and then your progress was inevitably stopped by a giant snail. But on the way from the snail to Fourmb, nothing happens. So you just cut through the foliage, you drink a lot of water, you ate some of your fish, I guess. Yeah,
Is
it's
it
dark
night?
by now. It's what?
It's night.
It's getting darker, yeah. But
We'll have to
you
camp
do
soon.
make it to Fourmb.
Oh,
You make it to the spot on the map.
Good.
You know you make it to Fourmb
And there's a
because
sign.
Yeah.
I have words.
Oh, good. Words are good. I like words.
Standing next to some rocks and ferns is an 8-foot tall statue, humanoid in shape,
What's
with
that, the big
bronze
statue?
fists, iron joints, an adamantite breastplate, and an iron helm with slits for eyes. The rest of the statue is made of sculpted wood, reinforced with bands of rivets and adamantite. Scattered around its feet shut are offerings of foods, feathers, colored stones, and skulls.
It's just a big, ugly
Oh,
word.
okay.
I like it.
Yeah,
Cute.
cool, huh?
Okay, never mind. I'll wait till you finish.
That's it.
I want to go and touch it.
Is there like a placard or like a plate that says "Here be born"?
Here be born.
Here, what born? What once was born is now forlorn.
I was kind of expecting a town, but.
But yes, I did.
It maybe used to be.
Ooh,
We don't know how old that map is,
Yeah.
and how long dead that particular dude is.
that's a point of interest anyway.
Arandis goes up and does, like, he places his hand and tries to figure out what's going on. He does senses some magic stuff, and he says that this does seem to be a kind of shield guardian for a wizard of old.
Interesting.
Some powerful wizards used to create magic constructs, golems almost, to defend them as a bodyguard.
Oh, neat.
That's a good idea.
So
Yeah.
does that mean that they can move?
It doesn't seem to have moved in years, but it can, conceivably, if you have its controls.
That's pretty cool.
What else do we see around here?
Everything that I just described is just there's a fairly open clearing.
Yeah.
You can make a survival check.
Survival check?
Yep.
That's a 9.
Um,
And I already know I'm not proficient in it, so.
yeah, you just find
bonus from your.
there's lots of offerings of foods around the base of it, right in front of it. There's feathers scattered, some rocks, and quite a few different types of small skulls.
You said food?
Yep.
Oh, is it like fresh? Okay.
It's still fairly okay.
So what's like beyond
That's
the
the
statue? Is there a city? Or
No,
town?
it's just the
It's just
statue.
statue.
It's literally just the statue.
Okay, so who is around here making offerings to it?
You make this. You three make survival checks as well.
5.
Oh no. 17.
So what you two notice is some tracks on the ground that seem to be smaller, similar to the ones that you saw in Camp Righteous, which were the goblin ones, and some other ones that seem more. Wait, where were they?
Bigger?
Some that are bigger, some that are smaller, and some that kind of look. I don't even know how to describe them, but they're irregularly shaped, but they're still really small. But you see footprints and some sort of like indents right in front of it where it kind of looks like something small was kneeling, and there's lots of those in front of it.
Interesting.
So it's a goblin god.
It's a goblin.
Goblin.
That's what it seems. That's what it seems to be. The area around the clearing seems to have been well kept,
Yes.
and it actually looks like they were fighting back some of the forest to make sure it doesn't encroach upon the statue itself.
Oh, cool.
So can we? Are there any places that like buttons or something that you could push to make the statue move to the side, as if it could
Make
be?
an investigation check.
Is it on a base, or is it just standing on the ground?
I don't have a picture.
Okay.
That's not good. I'm not the person to do these things.
I think it's just standing there.
Okay.
Would you roll?
I rolled an 8.
You don't find anything.
Yeah, I know.
It's just a big old rusty metal statue. Standing there, just rigid as ever, staring straight forward. Looks like it hasn't moved in decades.
Well.
Interesting.
He's recording, right? Okay, I couldn't remember if somebody pushed the button.
Pretty sure. Yep. Why don't we try setting up a subtle camp somewhere in
Where we
case,
can walk.
yeah, in case something comes by this evening, because we have to camp around here anyway.
Yeah.
I don't
It is
think we
getting
should.
kind of dark.
I don't think we should camp in the clearing though.
Probably not.
Even a little bit obvious.
Yeah, you can find, you'll be able to find, there's lots of trees that have huge leaves, you know, like the ones you see in Florida, they're like as big as a person.
Yeah.
There's lots of those around this jungle, so you can find a camp behind one, so you can like lift it up to see the Fourmb and all the
Okay.
places around it, and behind it you can just make a small camp.
I like it. Let's do that.
You let the sun go down, you're a little interested to see what would happen, so you all stay up a little later than average.
Yeah.
And after a while you start hearing some marching or some teeny little bodies moving through the foliages here and there. None of them seem to be near you, but they are converging on Fourmb. And after a little bit you kind of peek out and look around, it's a little harder for you guys, but you can see pretty clearly there is a large tribe of the same goblins, same type of goblins that you saw at Camp Righteous.
no.
Not the same goblins, the same type.
Well,
Like they're all
clearly.
wearing wooden masks. They've got yellow skin, small like javelins and crossbows. There's
I mean,
about
we killed a bunch of them.
yeah, but they don't know that.
No, I know.
Get out those spiders. There's about 6 of those, and another smaller tribe come from a different area of these people who are about this tall. They kind of look like bipedal frogs, like little poisonous frogs, like bright colors and black spots, and huge eyes.
I know.
And
Disgusting.
they come in and they don't. What the? Sorry, something weird in my hair. They don't try to acknowledge each other. They don't seem to be friends. But they're both bringing in different amounts of foods and treasures. And when they march forth, they both try to get to the statue first. So they're all just like, they're still marching, but they're just. And they kind of just converge at the same time, and they forcefully place down their offerings right at the base of the statue, and then they get into their positions and they kneel down and they just
Worship the
they
statue.
just sit there for a couple of minutes just doing that, ever so often glaring at each other. And then just for about 10 minutes they do things like this. They dance around, and every so often they sing a song, and then they leave, one at a time, very slowly. And that seems to be all they do with it.
Aw.
They just wait for it to do something.
That's cute.
Okay.
A stray kind of like, every so often a stray, something, again the same size, it's like a tiny tree person. That's about how you can describe it as. A tiny tree person just darts forward and like places a hand upon it and like, and then darts back.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Every so often through the night.
So this is a third type of
Yeah.
creature? Oh.
So we have froggy people, goblin-y people, and tree people.
Yes.
All miniature. This does not seem like a good thing we want to get involved in.
The later it goes in the night, the fewer people seem to turn up.
Do you suppose any of these civilizations could help us?
Depends on if they're intelligent enough or if they care.
I guess we should probably just rest and but set up watches just in case.
Absolutely.
I'd say in the morning I do want to give the statue a good once over and make sure we're not missing anything.
Alright.
Yeah,
Well,
that
in the
sounds
night though, did you guys want to read books, look in your bags, look over magic objects, anything like that?
Well, we don't have much light to do that.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true. Right.
We
Sorry.
want to keep it quiet, but
I'm just gonna make sure my Zoom
Okay. They keep hiding whenever something new appears, but they're following you pretty resolutely.
I could maybe try just prayer and communion and see if I can learn anything about my powers that way. As long as I can do that without being totally unaware of my surroundings.
Yeah, you can focus on two things.
Okay.
Make a religion check, I suppose.
Alright. 17. That's a little happier.
You get a -1 to religion checks.
Uh-huh.
How ironic.
Intelligence.
Aw.
Yeah.
The one bad roll you got.
Make another roll.
Okay.
Because I said so.
Same check, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, natural 20 minus 1 is 19.
It's still a natural 20.
Yeah,
It's
you
automatic.
Look at you.
Ah.
It's an automatic
So
success.
your god has been very pleased with your actions as of late and how you've been dealing with your current situation.
Okay.
So they decided to help you understand some more of your spells.
Yay.
So you will now understand that you can cast the spells of Detect Evil and Good and Ceremony.
Alright, those are first level, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, and Shield of Faith. You now know all of your first level spells.
Cool.
All?
All.
Okay, so I don't have to write them down individually then. Because I know
I
the
mean,
whole.
I guess these are the ones that I had prepared for you anyway.
Yeah,
So
but that means I know the whole list, or.
roll again. If you roll high enough, then sure.
Nope.
Nah.
Alright, no, you know those ones.
Alright,
So
so
you
that's.
know Cure Wounds, Detect Evil and Good, Ceremony, Shield of Faith, Bane, and False Life. And you can look up Ceremony later, it is worthless.
Yeah, I'll do
I
that.
thought it was going to be a lot more interesting than it was. I'm very sorry.
I'll see if I can make it useful somehow.
Yeah.
It's okay, it's not like it's taking up a space that some other spell can't have. Eventually I'll know all of the first level spells.
Yeah.
But those are the ones that I know enough of that I can prepare.
Can you roll a stealth check for me?
Okay.
Because as you were
Dex.
doing this, there's another smaller, a small tribe of, I think, 4 of those small tree people coming into the, coming into it to see the statue
Oh,
again.
okay.
They're coming in with torches and some more things
Offerings?
Yeah, offerings.
Okay.
Okay.
No proficiency, I presume.
Stealth.
You're a giant bird.
Wait, what?
I'm a giant bird. Chances are slim.
Yeah, chances are slim. Chances are none.
Alright. 7.
Uh-oh.
Because of the sudden burst of knowledge you got, let's say you glow very faintly for just a second,
Oh no.
and one of the
Hey, I can
creatures.
cast light. Whoops.
Hey guys, look at that! And one of the creatures turns in your direction and it's just like. It's not speaking English, by the way. It doesn't speak common. It's speaking in some strange guttural, like, it sounds like a wet language.
Okay.
Like, it's gross. But it sees something over there. So one of them starts coming towards where you guys are camping.
Oh. Okay.
And the others are just, they're hanging behind, waiting to see what that one's gonna do. So they're just kind of watching.
Okay.
Hang on, I just gotta see what they look like.
I'm assuming that I noticed this and they're not taking me by surprise.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
you
okay.
notice this.
Okay.
As they get closer, you can notice that it's not specifically just tree, it's a lot of foliage, and it's fairly, it looks like it's almost covered in moss.
Oh,
It's
okay.
very wet and fungus-ish.
Well, in that case, I'll stand up, make sure that my leather armor is all put on, pick up my shield, bang it with my mace, and stomp forward to try and scare them
Oh,
away.
jeez.
Is that what waking any of us up?
That's
Yeah.
intimidation.
Yeah, roll intimidation.
Okay.
Is there a thing against intimidation?
Probably.
Lack of fear.
Yeah.
Wouldn't work against Kinder. They would just run all over and go,
true.
whoa! Look at that, he's got feathers! Oh my gosh, look at that!
Just make a roll. Do your Intimidation.
Okay, 19 plus 2 is 21.
Jeez. You do that, you burst out of the foliage, bright colors ablaze, screaming, banging your shield, and he just falls back like the most noise it makes is like this really loud hiss.
Yeah.
And then it runs back to its compatriots, like clapping and smacking its body, and then they just sprint away.
Neat. Okay.
And then, like, some of them with the offerings kind of falter for a second, like they're like, then they throw them, and then they run away.
Alright. Sorry everyone, go back to sleep. It is fine. Nothing to worry about.
Is fine.
Okay, alright.
Uh-huh. You sure?
It's just 3 people. They're tiny, it's fine.
Okay.
So I'll sit down, but I'll keep an eye out for them just in case they decide to come back in greater numbers.
The rest of the night passes without any incident.
Okay, good. Alright. So in the morning we want to inspect the statue and then decide where we're going next.
Morning breaks. You guys look around the thing. Nobody seems to have come in the past few hours. It's been a long time. They only seem to come at night, which seems to be their pattern anyway, from what you've seen.
Okay.
So you'll go up to the statue. Are you going to check it over?
Yeah, I'll check.
I guess make an investigation check.
Okay. That's not my strong suit. But yeah, that would be good. 15.
Nice.
So you look it over. It's not much different from last night. It's still pretty much the same thing. It's, it's got a lot of precious metals it's made of. It's huge. It's powerful. If this thing was running, it could be a really scary thing to fight and or use as a weapon.
Neat.
It would be a very valuable asset if you could get it to work for you.
Neat.
Which is why wizards used to use it a lot.
Uh-huh.
But you can't find any switches or buttons, anything that can activate it. It seems to only be used either by pure magic or by its like a remote or a control.
Okay. And no parts of it open, like there's no panels or
No, you can just
gearboxes
see
or
anything that moves would just be an elbow or like a hinge just
Okay.
somewhere.
Okay.
I even think that even just the head is just a solid head. There's no mouth or anything.
Oh, okay.
Just got slits for eyes.
Neat. Okay. And tempting as it is to take some of this food, as a cleric, I'm going to suggest not.
That's probably wise.
Just in case.
No shiny?
Like, it doesn't look like a real deity, but...
No, and it probably isn't. But then again, we might just anger the denizens of the forest by
The
doing
food
that.
doesn't even look that good. It's just
Yeah.
like pieces of mushroom or some twigs, some
Aww.
berries that are
You're
kind of
going
moldy.
Yeah.
The best they could find.
Okay.
Rotting pieces of flesh.
That's bad of him. I'm gonna stop. Aw.
Okay, so, alright. Next question then, is it worth investigating that other place on that dinosaur skin map?
Yellyark?
Yell Yark?
I mean, we could if you guys want to.
Sounds vaguely like a goblin settlement name, but who knows? I don't know these things. Or we could just continue on towards Camp Vengeance.
It's like another 40 miles in the opposite direction.
That's a long way.
Yeah.
That's a very long way.
Is it 40 miles?
Yeah.
According to the map.
That would take us almost a week out of our way.
Yeah.
Because that would
Yeah, it
be...
really would. It's really far away.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's go on to Camp Vengeance. We can get
Yeah.
there in like...
Okay, good, because I didn't actually
days.
read about Yellyark.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh, it's cool.
You said it was cool.
I'll read about it later.
Yeah, we'll
Because
go
maybe
back
you guys
to
can
it.
just come back.
Hmm.
I do really want you guys to explore the rest of this place once the actual game is done, because this is really cool stuff.
Usually is.
If you can get that.
Just
far.
might do that. Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna go to Camp Vengeance?
Yeah.
Where the heck? There it is.
So we go back to where we were, get in our boats. Hopefully they're
get your
still
boats.
there.
Your, they drifted a bit off of the bank from where they were,
Oh.
but they're still there.
Okay.
Because you were able to tie them to the shore, but you had them on the bank and tied them. They are
Yeah.
now in the river, but still tied.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's reassuring.
Alright,
Doing-
let's
Alright, yeah, you're
gather 'em
saying
back up
all your
and-
same stuff.
Yeah.
Let's make our way down to Camp Vengeance.
Alright.
All the way down to the river. So you head down the river. There's a bit of a turn in the river. You guys want to catch some more fish or anything while you're doing this? Anything different that you want to do while you're traveling?
Yeah, might as well just
Probably
continue the
catch some
same.
more fish if we can, though.
Okay, I'll say you're good at it at this
Food
point. You
while
get a
we
couple.
can.
You get a couple of good fish.
Might as well get some food while we can.
Yep.
Yeah, you're able to catch some because you're getting used to hunting and all that.
Yeah.
Getting better at this as you go along.
Practice.
Yeah, exactly. there's a bend in the river, and then you can see straight down for. It's a straight river for the next as far as you can see, and then there's a huge opening.
Oh.
But that's way far down. There's a very large opening a lot further down. And
We
once
don't hear like rushing water, like a waterfall coming up or anything? Just
no, it's just a bit
Okay.
faster rapids, but it's just like a lake, a basin.
Okay.
And keep in mind we're going upstream.
I know, but I don't want to be at the bottom of a waterfall either. Thank you very much.
So
Because those aren't safe either.
you're on the bend. You come closer to your destination, and through the foliage you see a crude timber fortification. A
Oh.
walled compound with watchtowers and tents inside it, encircled by a ditch bristled with sharpened stakes.
Oh
A
my.
large gatehouse faces the river, on the shore of which are 4 rowboats tied to a wooden post. Scattered around the fort are piles of charred human corpses and flayed animal carcasses
Whoa.
swimming with flies.
Right.
Also,
Gross.
as you approach it, you can see, you can hearing some screams and some attacking like clashes of metal from where you've been a while back, from where you are. And as you get closer, you can see a large pretend that I'm saying this in one sentence.
Absolutely. The magic of editing.
Exactly. I know, right? Yeah, sure. You see an enormous, like a gigantic lizard. Like, not normal lizard. It's a brachiosaurus. You see a brachiosaurus, but you guys don't know what a brachiosaurus is. And also, it's not alive. It has flesh missing from its neck.
Wow.
It doesn't have a bottom jaw. Its eyes are black. But all of its attention is focused. What?
But it's moving.
Yeah, it's still attacking the camp. All of its attention is focused on the camp. And you can see some arrows flying into it. You see some ground troops around it trying to drive it into the stakes next to the camp and trying to slice at its decaying legs
So.
Cool.
as you come up right next to the
They
camp.
kill
Zombie
it, they might
dino.
give us help.
Okay, so these carcasses you mentioned, they're not like on display from the people of the camp to warn off travelers, or are they like
They're just
members of the
laying
camp that
around.
died in battle? Is it?
They're
Right,
charred
right.
corpses. You can't tell exactly what race they were, but there's bodies and dead things just all over the sides of the walls.
It doesn't-
They don't seem to be placed there on purpose. They
Yeah.
seem to have just died there and not been cleaned up.
Ooh.
Let's
Well-
join the battle and help them.
Alright, let's see if we can help them.
Awesome. Yeah, roll initiative. Cleek has the best instincts, so Cleek gets to go first. At this point, you guys are at their rowboats, so you are right next to their dock.
Okay.
Because they have 4 rowboats attached to one stake. It doesn't seem to be too clean of a fortress either. A lot of the wood is really gross and rotting, but it's still holding. Like it's stick. It's there.
Okay.
This is the camp. You guys come in here.
Okay.
You're here. The Brachiosaurus is here,
Oh.
being attacked from here and from here.
Okay.
Oh, so they're attacking it from inside the fortress?
There's some arrows flying from it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we could still engage it from outside.
Yeah,
Yeah. There's
so
some
we'll be
people
expecting
engaging
us.
it from outside. There's some people with swords and some with staffs.
Okay.
Alright, let's go.
Some even seem to be using some magic.
Cool.
Cleek, take your go.
All right.
Go your day.
I will fly around the corner of the wall so that I'm about 30 feet away from the Brachiosaurus, and then I'll cast a Bane spell on it.
Ooh, cool. To do.
If I'm reading it right, it makes a Charisma check, or else has a 1d4 penalty to all of its attacks and saves for the next minute.
Oh, cool. Yeah, you'll find something sharp anyway, and you'll cut open your finger and
Yeah.
take a piece of that blood,
Yeah.
and then draw a sigil in the air with it, and then shoot it forth.
Yeah.
And it'll the sigil will fly through the air, not made out of blood, made out of magic, and strike it in the side, and it will notice.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Trench.
Trench is going to run in and,
You're gonna punch the Brachiosaurus.
no, I'm gonna use my short sword.
We're a bit of a distance away from it, are we not?
Yeah, how far away are we from the inside of the camp?
From the inside of the camp, your guys are pretty far away. You're able to fly within range to use Bane.
Yeah.
But you're still about 50 feet from it, so you guys are 100 feet away. Okay.
I'll head towards it, getting things ready.
Okay.
Mentally preparing so that I can use my key points.
Guys, look, a dragon.
Oh, cool.
I
Wow.
Is it
painted
that
this.
big?
Oh, it's pretty.
It's a brachiosaurus.
That's
Well,
massive.
I don't know.
So
How big they are.
this will be the entrance of the camp. These are their boats. This is where you guys are.
Okay.
We are all in boats. Thank you.
Those are
Trench
boats?
is about here. Trench, you can be there, and you can be here.
Okay.
This will be where it is,
Okay.
being attacked. Actually, I think it might be bigger than that to scale. Brachiosauruses are freaking huge.
Yeah, that's true. I guess we never really think about how big
I guess
they
by
are.
stats it goes Brontosaurus, but I don't care. Because
Brachiosaurus is
Brachiosaurus
really
is
a thing.
cooler. Velandris.
Okay. Yes, I bring the boat up to shore and like fly it really fast. Or
Yeah,
is it
you can
action?
either just bring the boat onto the shore and leave it there, where it won't get taken
Oh
away,
yeah,
or tie it up.
I'll pull it up.
Okay.
And then if I do that, can I start moving forwards?
I'll give you like 10 feet of movement. And that makes it forward. So you'll dock the boat and you can, I'll give you 10 feet as well.
Okay.
And Uranus will jump out of the boat before you dock it. And
Okay.
he'll run forth as well. So he'll get to about here.
Okay.
Now the Brontosaurus, now that you can see what they're fighting, there's a little dwarf here. He's there with an axe, just chopping it down. And there's a couple of
It's chopping down that brachiosaurus.
chopping down the Brachiosaurus.
You're doing a good job.
There's one or two others wielding some short swords also, just trying to take it down, trying to do as much as they can. And there's still arrows flying at it from here. So they're going to take their turns, and I'm not going to roll for them. Or they're going to continually be just
Bashing at it.
destroying this thing's legs. There's a huge gash in the leg of the one that the dwarf is attacking, and the scouts are doing their best just to keep it away from breaking down the walls of the fortress. The best they can. Trying to distract it.
There's a dwarf.
You even got an axe. It's
Oh, sweet. Thank you. Is that who I think it is?
Flint Fireforge.
Heck yeah, it is. The Brontosaurus is going to take its, it looks around at the hatred it sees around it, and it will take its tail and just swipe at the scouts.
Yeah.
And it will, one of them will miraculously duck down, but this one will get smacked in the face and thrown back about to here,
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
and fall prone, and just, it looks terrible. He looks like he broke some bones with that.
Yeah.
That doesn't look good at all.
Okay. I might have to take a detour.
Cleek, it's your turn now.
Alright.
For what seems to be good is that it doesn't look healthy. It looks really mad, and it's
Yeah.
bleeding from multiple wounds. There's
Oh, okay.
like at least 100 arrows in its chest, and its legs
Nice.
seem to almost be coming off because of what the dwarf has been up to.
Alright. Well, okay, I want to do a move action and pummel it on the way by with my mace, but then continue past it
Okay,
to try and get to that scout.
where are you gonna pummel it?
20, 30, 40, 50. That's about as far as I can get.
Yeah.
So I'll just fly up to here. Its neck is probably closest to me, or its head. So
Something in it. It's tall.
Yeah.
It's tall.
So
So you
I'll,
can, since you're flying, you can probably take a swing right into its chest.
Yeah.
You can try that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
There, I'm flying.
Nice.
Okay, here goes. 14.
So you fly up with all the rage in your heart, and you're
Okay.
swinging your mace around, and
Yeah.
you bring up, and you just,
Yeah.
and it seems to hit a rotten section of flesh
Oh.
where it sinks in,
Ew.
and it barely seems to notice.
Oh,
So
okay.
you hit it, but you just happen to hit the rotten
Yeah.
part of its chest where it wouldn't take any damage.
But I can retain my weapon?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Alright.
I saw a miniature of a dragon once that was this tall.
Okay, that's a bit overkill.
It was really fun. It was just there with his wings just glaring down at everybody. Mini Shadow Blade?
Yeah, from here I will summon my Shadow
Alright,
Blade.
that's
and,
your second spell slot? No, this is your
My
first.
first.
This is your first because it's a
Yeah.
new day. It's a new day, everybody. Wow.
And then I'll like frisbee style throw it and like try to throw it through its head,
Nice.
or like through the neck.
Yeah.
Instead of cut off its head. Yeah.
Make a spell attack roll. Equals 1. What did you roll?
Oh
one.
no! Oh, Cleek, I'm so sorry.
How mean am I gonna be today?
You kind of have to.
There's two things I could do.
Yeah.
How many hit points do you have?
Don't.
I'm at full,
you just
36.
decide. What happens with a 1.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. Alright. You're right in the way.
Yep.
You're directly there.
It's such a big monster. I mean, you'd think that there'd be lots of area for you to hit that isn't me, but...
What happened was she was running up, she was gathering her Shadow Blade first, and she was preparing to throw, and as she threw, you swoop up with your mace and get it stuck in there, and you're like, wait a second, come on. And you look, and there's a blade in your face. So, roll your damage.
Oh no. I don't know what it is.
3d8.
Do I get a saving throw?
Yes!
It's a spell, right?
Don't worry, I choose
Oh,
my
not if there's an attack roll.
bad dice.
No, that's a thing.
It'd be rare to have both.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's easy.
2d8.
Plus proficiency?
Oh.
No, just 2d8.
Okay, 11.
Oh, that's
So you take 11 psychic as you feel a burning,
Oh my gosh.
a burning blackness just cutting through your neck.
You-
Something that is very not you. That goes against everything you stand for.
You're very from behind you.
Are you kidding?
And then the blade continues spinning away. Now it's Trench's turn.
Now I'm gonna run up. Far can I get? 30. If I run, I can get 60.
You sprint, you can get 60.
Can everybody use a dash action?
I can use dash.
Yeah, that's 60.
I'm gonna have to use a key point to use it, right?
Nope.
Nope.
That makes it a bonus action, I believe.
To take the disengage as a bonus. Yes! Okay. If I spend a
How'd you
key
get that
point, I can dash up to it.
And then you can take your regular actions.
Yes.
I can't imagine you guys fighting this thing by yourself.
Is a square 10 or 5?
5.
Okay, so I should be able to get there in my dash action.
20, 30, 40, 50, 60.
Yep.
Ooh, nice.
Okay. And
So
then,
you can just barely reach it.
yeah, close enough.
Well, you still have your full round action. That's a bonus action
That's
for
a
using a
bonus
key point.
action.
Yeah, so you can hit it.
So you
Yes.
can do a move if you
Oh,
need
right,
to
yeah.
and hit
I
it.
can
Yeah,
still
go,
move and hit,
go
so
knock its block off.
I'm gonna go
Knock off its knee.
with, I'm going to use my short sword and then my secondary hand attack.
Okay.
You really want to punch this thing?
It's always at unarmed as my second attack.
Do your
I
short
know.
sword first, because I have an
Yes.
idea.
Oh
It's a
crap!
7. No.
Oh, that's
It's
a 1.
Oh no.
That's my first one.
Natural 1.
Yep.
You come in, sprinting full tilt at this Brachiosaurus.
And I trip.
And there's a dwarf in your way. You're like, what's that? Slash!
Oh, did I
So you
say-
accidentally just bash the dwarf in the back of the head with
Seriously?
with the yeah, because you come in, you're trying to hit it, and you're like, what the? And then you bash it with the
You're not
end of
looking
your
good for these
with
people.
the end of your handle here. It just hits him in that side of the head. He's like, hey!
Sorry! Can I punch the dragon then? Or the thing too?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, no, because the first attack failed.
Doesn't matter. I
I
automatically
said
get
so.
2
I don't
attacks.
You know, I had a really cool idea of what you could have done
Well,
if you had hit it.
now I rolled a 19.
Okay, so you bop the guy in the head, and then you just punch the Brachiosaurus in the knee. Roll a whole d4.
D4 plus 4.
What?
I get my
It's pretty good.
dex bonus.
You're like, hey, look at this. Bam!
That would be 8.
Nice! You punch it, and a piece of its kneecap falls
So
off.
there.
No. Can I throw my javelin from here?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. And I got a 17.
Yeah!
Wow,
So
there
you
we go.
bring out your javelin, and then you throw it right at its chest, right in the shoulder blade, and it lets out a scream of pain. Actually, roll a strength save real quick.
Okay.
That's what I like a throw, because throw.
I see 18.
Strength saving throw. Okay, 18?
Yeah.
So what you did is you made a mighty throw, and it went. It happened to turn, and then it went straight through its shoulder and
Nice.
broke through it, and its arm fell off.
Hey.
Like,
So
Alright.
it's whatever. So
Just asking.
that's the one that the dwarf is working on as well. So it falls down, you know, and it crumbles down. It's still alive and screaming, but its head is like, ah! Ah! So its neck is turning around, but it can't seem to get up anymore, and it's just constantly shrieking.
Kind of feel bad for it.
The dwarf is gonna take his go with his axe and just do a dramatic flip and hit the ground because he got hit in the head
I'm sorry.
with somebody else's sword just a second ago.
Sorry.
Cleek, you want to finish it off for us?
How's the injured scout?
He got up.
Oh, okay.
He's standing. He's holding his side like real hard, but he's kind of wavering, but he's standing.
Okay. So, well, before I strike, then I'll just take a second to say, "Are you okay?"
He waves you.
All right.
And he's not talking. He's waving. He's waving, trying to focus on standing.
All right. Then I'll twist my body to yank my mace free, spin around, and smash its skull.
Roll a thing. Attack.
Okay.
Roll your thing.
12.
I mean, it's like lying down, so.
Okay.
Roll it with advantage.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. No.
12. You were going for its head, but it was falling. So you swung for its head, but just missed as the neck was falling down because it lost a leg.
Okay.
Confuses some people. Valandris.
Okay. So I'm gonna move 10, 20, 30. And I did this thing before where I moved my quarterstaff around and like shot a wave of energy at something.
Okay. So yeah, you spin it around and it builds up in the center of your staff. Because you see how your staff has that cool like divot? It builds up in the middle of there, and then you like throw the ball.
Cool.
Roll and attack roll.
9.
Oh, it's way better than the one. Because I don't want to get hit by
as
this.
it throws through the air, it turns a light cyan and kind of dissipates a little bit, but keeps going. It looks like a ghost ball almost, but it just clears over the body.
Okay. Whatever that hit.
Just hits the scout.
Oh
Dude dies instantly. Quarry, your turn.
What?
no. No, Trench.
Trench, I'm sorry. It's Trench's turn.
Yeah?
Trench, go.
Alright, I'm
Don't
going
hit the dwarf
to...
this time.
I'm not going to. I rolled a 2 this time. But I did not hit the dwarf.
Yeah, you just missed everything else.
And I'm going to punch it. I'm going to not use that one for all. That one's going in dice jail.
Dice jail.
13,
You pinched it.
15.
You pinched it.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
6.
Okay, so how do you want to do this?
Yay!
How do you want to finish off a
What
Brachiosaurus
kills it?
with a punch?
With a punch,
It makes total sense.
I am, since my sword is a distraction,
Hi.
so I swipe at it and then I just, actually wrong way, swipe at it and then I just, almost like a
Okay.
suplex.
So, like you'll bring down your elbow
Yeah.
and then it'll send like a shockwave through.
Yeah.
You'll break
So I'll
its
do
bone
a
with
really
your elbow.
cool monk jump and go, yeah, and land on it.
Nice. And you'll break through its skin as you come down, and the ripple effect will go through, and
Yeah.
it'll send out its last dying shriek.
Yes.
And its neck will fall down flat onto one of the spikes and
Oh.
impale itself. It's dead now.
Yeah, it's
Alright.
dead now.
Oh god.
The healthy scout goes over to the unhealthy scout and
Sorry,
goes
dwarf.
to make sure he's alright.
Sorry, sir.
Who are you?
We just happened by in a boat
And you thought you'd come and help, did you?
Did you not want us to help?
Not from you, apparently. Ow!
Well, I'm
We
sorry.
almost died because of what you just did.
How? We killed the thing.
Honestly, I think you would have been worse off if we hadn't come.
We could leave.
Where did you come from? Who are you?
We boated down the river.
Here, I will make it all better.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Wait, is that an Aarakocra?
Yeah.
You're friends with an Aarakocra?
Can you not tell by my outrageous accent?
Well, I didn't mean to hit you. I miscalculated
Yeah.
slightly, but, you know.
I will use a second level slot to heal each of them. Use up all 3 of my second level slots.
Oh, I'm
What? How?
I have
Why didn't you use all 3 of them?
There's 3 scouts, right?
2 scouts and a dwarf.
Oh, I guess I could use prayer of healing and heal them all at once.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Well, technically, you'll cast Prayer of Healing. You'll land.
Yes.
Cast Prayer of Healing.
Yeah.
And then you will create your own little bubble of
Yeah.
health. Yes. Up to 6 creatures of your choice you can see within range.
Good.
Nice. That is such a great spell.
I know, right? 2d8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Good. All right. Range of 30 feet. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, it takes 10 minutes to cast.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh, that's a
Well,
problem.
that's okay. While you're chatting, or while you're chanting,
What are you doing?
he's gonna heal
I'll
you.
demonstrate by healing the scout who was worst off. I'll just lay my hands on him, say a quick prayer, and cast a Cure Wounds spell.
Oh, you're a magician.
He's a healer.
6 points, I believe.
You place your hand on where he was holding his, and the bleeding seems to cease a little bit. He can breathe a little easier.
That's
He
good.
stands up. He nods in appreciation. Kind of looks down a little bit.
Hopefully that'll gain us some brownie points.
His scout friend, thanks you.
Okay.
He's gonna start this weird prayer thing, but it's cool.
Is it?
Because
Is it
everybody's
really?
gonna feel better.
Really?
Yes.
Really? I
yes.
believe you. Oh, yes, I completely believe you.
Well, I had some unfortunate luck. Well, I didn't mean to hit you, but in the end, you know,
I think we were doing fine on our own.
really?
Yes. We seemed to be doing just great. And then I took a short sword to the head.
You took hilt of my short sword to your head. Let's be fair.
That's not
if,
fair.
If I hit you with the blade, you probably would have died.
Storm off. He's gonna storm off over here and make sure that the other ones are okay. You
Okay.
guys want to do anything while he's yelling at everybody?
Hello.
I'll continue to offer healing if they want it, or just start my prayer of healing if we're all going to be
The
around
Yeah,
to get
that's
up
good.
will ignore you.
Okay.
The scout who you healed will listen but not say anything. And
Okay.
the scout who is not who you didn't heal, the other one, he'll try to be a bit more friendly with you.
Okay.
So
Does he
he'll-
need healing as well?
not as badly, but he's doing it for his friend.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
He does thank you.
Yeah.
We just
okay.
came down the river and we were coming to visit you to see if you could help us. And we saw you were in a battle, so we thought we'd help.
You think we have the people to spare to help random strangers?
Well, we just wanted information.
On what?
Where are we going?
We're trying to find. Do you know the Soulmonger?
I know of it.
We're trying to find
Plaguing us
it.
for a few years.
Yeah.
We're trying to get rid of it.
Oh, really? You're not the first people to come into this jungle trying to get rid of the soulmonger.
Oh, I'm sure we're not.
No, I guess it's hopeless.
But we're going to be the last.
They're not?
Please.
This has been a quest for quite some time.
Oh.
It's not. He takes a
Looks
breath.
pointedly at Aaron. Us like,
Puts down his
tell
axe.
us.
Yeah.
A few people have come in to try to stop it. No one has found it thus far. Or at least people have come, people have asked. No one's come back.
Okay. Well, is there any harm in telling us more information about it? Because at the very least, we'll leave you alone.
All the information I know about it is that it's evil and you should leave it alone. Somebody else will solve it one day.
That's-
It's not our problem until we die.
I will trade my healing power for your information.
Oh, this guy's you need the healing.
That would be fair.
You know that we don't have the things. I know. Fine. We'll let you guys in. But that's it. We'll give you information. Don't expect anything else.
Okay.
That's fair.
Who are you, by the way? I'm Ord. Ord Fire.
Ord Fabulous?
Ord.
Sorry, that's what I heard.
Ord Firebeard.
Ah. Okay.
Thanks for,
Fabulous! Excuse me.
being boring.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
He starts marching off
I'm all over
determinedly
goodwill.
towards the
Gonna follow.
gate.
Alright. I'll do my best to assist the injured people in. Once we get inside and safe, I'll start the prayer of healing, and
Cool.
you guys can chat him up.
Yeah, we'll chat.
The scout on the way in, he's don't take Ord too seriously. He's hard on new people, but he's really a sweet guy. But
Yeah.
we haven't been having the best time here.
This does not seem the friendliest life.
Yeah.
Well, we're running low on people. There's people dying every day. There's diseases. Nothing's clean. It's just we just got run out of our last camp, and this is all we have
Well,
left.
then why would you say it's not worth stopping the Soulmonger? Clearly you
I
can
think it's
stop.
worth
Okay.
I don't think Ord believes it. I don't think he believes too much about magic. At least that kind.
I may be able to change his mind. Won't help you even more. We shall see.
We would all greatly appreciate that. I would bring you in to meet Perrin Salhana. She's another one of our generals. And you will meet. Look out for Captain Breakbone. He's not the friendliest.
He's grouchy.
So you'll all make it into the camp.
Okay.
And inside the camp, it's like they said, it's not clean. It is not a clean thing. The entrance. There's a large gatehouse. It's like they have really big wooden doors. They have one set that opens up and then a second one that opens up afterwards once everything has been cleared and everyone's okay to go inside. You go in, and to your left, there's an animal pen. It's they built it for pigs, but it's there's a lot of dead pigs inside. There's a lot of dead ones, and it's just got 4 sickly-looking goats left, just baying sadly on the left. On the right is there's a pretty large watchtower where they have somebody watching around just in case something else would happen. They're staring at you kind of closely right now just to see what you guys are going to do because it's new people. That's weird. That's all they do, right? Yeah. Right directly in front of you is a very large tent. It's just like the ones that are back at Camp Righteous. It's just a lot nicer, and it's not, on fire. And on both sides of those are some slightly smaller tents. Just, again, very similar. So the one in the middle is a rectangular one, the one on the side is circular. And that's all you can see so far. But you do see a couple more watchtowers here and there, all manned by people. Mm-hmm. And a couple of fires are burning. And way in the back, you think you can see some more of the smaller soldiers' tents. It's also disgusting. There's, over in the tents, you can see some people walking around who are dying of many different ways. Some people are missing limbs, some people are burning, there's people with different diseases. There's
like actively burning on fire?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Everywhere you step. And they have...
People running by with their hair on fire. Oh yeah. That's just June, she does that.
There's mud everywhere, there's mud, there's crap, there's like excrement, there's bits from their latrines everywhere, there's dead bodies, rotten food, clean food, there's everything
gross.
all over the place, nothing here is in order.
Falling on rough times, huh?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, but this is like.
And Ord makes his way to the main command tent and goes inside and he tells you, wait here. He goes inside.
Right.
You're left there with
determined
2
to find a
scouts.
way to fix this.
And one scout, you're left there with the 2 scouts, and the one scout who talks to you takes the beaten up one back to the soldiers' tents in the back. What do you want to do? There's just sounds of sadness and chaos all over the place, by the way.
You're doing a prayer of healing, right?
Yep. And so after I've healed them, I want to see if I can use my ceremony spell to set the dead animals so that they aren't contaminating anything through my goddess of peace. I want to use that to kind of set all this to rest so that it stays where it's supposed to be. I want to see if I can purify their food and drink. I want to see if I can clean things up using the power of my goddess.
I wish I could
You're gonna walk around their camp just doing random magic
Jesus stuff.
Doing Jesus stuff.
Yep.
You mentioned the animals, the dead pigs.
Yeah.
You're gonna go over there.
Yeah.
Try to put them at rest or something.
Yeah, I want to use
Okay.
my ceremony spell as like a ceremony of burial,
Okay.
so that their bodies are not decomposing and contaminating everything. I don't know if the spell will work that way, but
There
I'm trying
is
to use
there
it
is
in
an
a
effect
creative
of
way.
that where you'll open up the animal pen gate and
Yeah.
get to one of the dead pigs and place your hand on it. It's
Yeah.
gross, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
You'll place your hand on it and you'll cast one of your factors of the ceremony spell. You know there's many different things the spell can do, but
Yeah.
funeral rites is one of them.
Okay.
So you touch it and you cleanse it of some of its necrotic nature.
Yeah.
So this this has been put to rest. It will not rise again
Yeah. Okay.
for at least a while.
And I want to make sure it doesn't contaminate the surrounding area anymore. So hopefully it'll stop rotting and it can be properly moved.
It doesn't seem to physically change, but you can tell you've cleaned its soul, its aura almost.
That's
You did that-
got to be a start.
You did that to one of them. There's
Yeah.
a couple more pigs if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
Is that a cantrip?
No, it's not a level spell.
I only have one first level slot left because I used 2 cure wounds, but I'm going to keep trying to clean up as much as I can.
Okay.
I have 2
just-
second level slots left
We
as well.
could like try and move some of the dead things out.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
They'll
But
let us do that.
I'm sure that would help. But I want to try and use magical means to heal this place in general.
1 second. Give me a run through of what you want to do with your last spell slot. You only have 1 spell slot left. What would you spend it on?
I want to try and find a way to purify their drinking water.
Okay. You can find a barrel of their water. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's been contaminated heavily.
Yeah.
But you go over to it and you place your hand on the barrel. It's a pretty large barrel, by the way. It's like a wine keg kind of barrel. It's huge.
Yeah. Okay.
And you cast ceremony again. And you don't see a physical change,
Yeah.
but it seems, holier.
Okay.
You've blessed it, it's become holy water.
Good. That's a start.
Ooh.
That's what I want to try and do.
But again, things you've done, you see no physical change to its physical form.
Okay.
But it's healthier, holier stuff.
Okay. Well, it's a start. And,
Yeah.
and if I have to spend the next couple of nights in meditation trying to figure out how to do this, I'm going to make that my mission.
We're gonna clean
Oh,
up.
boy.
Where are we? What's the name of the camp?
Vengeance.
Vengeance? Okay, so we're gonna clean camp Vengeance.
Just to prove our worth to them and help them out in some way.
Well, I
Then
suppose we could. I mean,
Maybe they'll help us in return.
So, Ord comes back up. No, wait, hang on. Do you guys want to do anything else?
Well,
You guys just gonna watch him go around touching
no,
weird
I'm
things?
gonna go start. Maybe there's a cart. Can I see there's a cart we can.
Cart.
Like
You
somebody
guys might
can
want to
load-
meet with the chief while I'm doing this, or
All
whatever they
right,
call them.
we'll go meet with the chief. Because
Whatever they
French
call
is the perfect idea for that.
Oh, good.
Should we wait for Emily to get back?
Yes, because Trench is probably not the best person to speak. Trench's charisma is 7, so it's no wonder the dwarf hates her. Come on.
Yeah, whoever's got good charisma.
And
They're thinking of going
Put
to
your
meet
mustache
the
on.
commander.
No, don't do that.
Put the mustache on.
Wait, doesn't that give you a plus to?
Plus to bluff and plus to deception.
Oh yeah, we don't.
No,
want
plus
that.
to bluff and disguise.
We
Plus
don't
1
want
bluff
to
2
cast.
disguise. That's it.
Okay,
What's bluff?
I don't know. I really don't. I guess it's deception.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that would make sense.
It's when you want to play poker.
It's true. Just in the middle of poker, you just open your locket. Push.
There you go.
Where'd that come from? It's my poker face.
You guys are gonna go to the command tent?
That's
Who's
where we
gonna-
are, right? We're waiting outside.
You're waiting outside the command tent.
Yes, we're gonna wait.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna just burst inside and be like, "Hello, we are here to help."
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you guys are waiting around
get the
as
story.
Cleek, blessed a barrel of holy water,
A barrel of water.
it's now holy, and a pig corpse, and he feels better for it.
Good.
And Ord comes back out. Ord, by the way, is a dwarf with red hair, big red beard, and some nice, very tarnished gold armor.
Ooh,
But this is very tarnished, very old stuff.
that's a good
And,
polish it.
An iron axe. That's about it. He's a pretty basic dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes out with a male human noble. I don't know what Chondathan means, but
That's nationality, I think, from Forgotten Realms.
oh well, he's Chondathan.
Okay.
I don't know what they look like, but he's taller. He's got that air of importance. I am the one in charge. That's the kind of feeling you get off him. He's got stage presence. And Ord comes out with him, and he looks at you, and he just.
Hi.
What are you doing
Fix
here?
my posture.
Well, we came to get some help because we want to go get the what's it called again? The soulmonger. I don't know. I'm just following along.
Do we look like we're in any condition to help?
Well,
anyone?
why don't can we help?
We need your help.
Sure. What
I
do
have
you
two.
need?
I have an immediate problem that I need you to do.
Oh.
How did you get here? You have boats.
Yes.
I need you. What do I need you to do? I have messages and 6 soldiers I need to send back to Partner Ozzy. They need help now.
Oh, why? What happened?
we can't fix them with the help we have here. We need magical help from Fourmb of Annihilation. If you can get them back there, then
What's happening at Fort Rouse?
they have mages. They have people who can help.
What help do you need?
Magic. We need someone to heal them. They have they have every disease you can think of. They have the mad monkey fever, shivering sickness, throat leeches.
Bird friend can help.
Can you?
He's a healer.
I'm out in the muck trying to clean things up.
All right, I'm looking at the bird in the muck. That one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, the one who's glowing and making the water look better.
The one who's
Ask
fondling our
ask
wall.
that fellow. We had the two guys with the dwarf, and he healed one of them. Go ask him.
I don't know what to tell you.
Can we
We
try?
can help.
If you think you can help, then I'll gladly accept it.
Okay. Well, Clee,
Huh?
can you come here for a second? We need some help.
All right.
They say you can cure diseases.
I'm working on it. I can cure wounds, and it is within my goddess's power to cure diseases. It may take
your
me a little
goddess has
while.
power.
Well, can you show him? Because you've been healing us pretty good.
I do have a first level slot left, so I can heal somebody
who
else.
Who is your goddess?
Her name is Eldath, goddess of peace.
This is not the worst.
Well, that's okay. We'll do
I
some
mean,
healing.
We could go take our boats up to Fort Rouse.
Well, we certainly could.
Sure.
Alright, that place is still under siege. By the Gaston ghouls.
The what?
I told you about this.
Yeah, I know, but Trench has a
You
short
did?
memory. Yes, you did, but Trench has a short memory.
The Serarex forces have still got the city under siege.
Right.
Who are you then? I'm.
Well, if we go to Port Narazu, they're not going to be able to spare anybody to help anyway, right?
Not
If they're
unless
Don't
we
even
do-
the city has fallen?
I don't think so. I don't know.
What city?
Narazu.
That's the closest piece of civilization we have. Everything else out here
Is
is
that where we
almost
started?
uncharted
Is that where
territory.
we started?
It's where you should have started. It's where I didn't start you.
It's where you didn't start us.
No, it's where it starts in the book, but I decided to start you not there.
So Aranis knows that the city has fallen?
You all know the city has fallen. I put it in the letter that the city is under
Yes.
siege. And Uranus told you that, actually it wasn't in the letter. Uranus told you that the Serarex forces of wraiths and liches and demi-liches have taken over the city and have it under siege.
Right.
Okay, so that won't help.
So we're kind of your last hope.
And us finding the Soulmonger will help stop this? Is that...
Yes. Well,
As far as we know, Soulmonger is either the source of Serarex powers or you'll have to kill him to get it. Either way, problem solved.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
In the meantime, accept our help.
Bye.
Wait, can you teach us to like bandage wounds and stuff?
Yes, I can.
Awesome.
Come with me. And I'll lead you past the command tent back to where all the army tents are. They're very nicely spaced out. There's 10 of them. But there's a nice 5, and then there's another 5. They're very evenly spaced. They're still very gross. They look like they were hastily set up. There's another guard tower is right there, another one there, another one there. There's a couple of fires burning. All of their food seems to be right behind the big command tent. Hang on, hold up. I got things for here. Okay, yeah. So he will lead you into the first tent where there's how many? There's four people on beds inside, being tended to by multiple different people who don't know what they're doing.
Oh no.
There's log
didn't
floors
we have a
on the bottom of
healing
the
potion?
what?
We
Or-
have an alchemy drug, but I don't know if we
I
can
thought we
make
had
that.
something.
Well, just give me 10 minutes to do prayer of healing in here.
Okay. Well, hey, I can help move some of the garbage out.
If my prayers to Tyr didn't work, your prayers to Eldath won't work. The gods of the
Tear.
I will ignore the negativity and drop to my knees and start to pray. So I am out of commission for 10 minutes.
Well,
How long is this going to take?
10 minutes. Well, why don't we start cleaning out some of the garbage out of your camp?
Yes, good. Do that. I need you to start taking things out. You need to start
Okay, we'll start cleaning up
start
the garbage.
taking out the water. You need to
Take out water.
take out the water, clean
dead
the food, clean the
animals.
water.
I'm gonna take the water barrel. I'm gonna empty it. I'm gonna roll it down to the river.
Sure.
It's gonna take more than 10 minutes. and I'm gonna fill the fresh water and bring it back.
You can pressure wash it.
I mean,
I can pressure wash it.
The water, that's not fresh.
Can I use my alchemy jug to make fresh water? Because I can make 8 gallons, I think.
Is that what alchemy jug does?
Yeah. You can make 2 gallons of mayonnaise, dude.
Alright, let's do
Let's
it.
say 10 minutes pass. After a few minutes, the commander is really good at time, so he comes back at like 9 minutes and just comes back to your tent and just stands there waiting for something to happen.
Alright. Well, then I'll complete my prayer and heal everybody within 30 feet.
Nice.
Yeah, you let out an emanation bubble of peace, and it even runs over him. He's like, and everyone in the tent is healed, everyone in the adjacent tent is healed because they're pretty close. And they get hit points back, but they don't get rid of diseases, but they are a lot healthier.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And the commander does take note of this. He
Okay.
just doesn't say anything. He sees what you've done and turns and walks in.
Well, he didn't kick us out.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let's keep helping them clean up the camp for the rest of the day.
And
Like the Black Watch. The Night's Watch.
The night's watch.
Alright.
I'll be like helping bandage people.
Yeah,
and
you
stuff, I
you
guess.
were taken to one of their
Okay.
healers. They taught you how to bandage a wound properly, and such, or at least the ones that they had. A makeshift splint, if you will, sometimes, especially for that guy who just got whacked by a Brachiosaurus.
Yeah, that was rough.
I'll just keep working on cleaning up the camp.
Okay. After
Get animals
a
out.
little bit of just cleaning around, the commander and Ord will gather you all back in that one tent where you were. Did you do anything after that, by the way?
I want to immediately get studying and praying to try and figure out a magical means to purify their food and cure their diseases.
Oh.
There's got to be a way, and I'm going to make it my mission.
Okay, so look through your magical book.
Not my
Oh,
mission.
we've still got that bug repellent. Let's see if putting that around the camp helps.
What?
Oh, that's smart.
I'll leave you with that for a bit,
Yeah.
because it'll take a bit for you to decipher all your notes.
Oh, yeah. I know it'll take a while, but I'm going to cry out to my goddess for the help to these people.
They're just gonna do this in the
you're
middle of
such
their
a
tent.
good bird.
I didn't know I was, but...
The inside of the tent,
Here
the
we
inside
are.
of the tent, by the way, has log floors so that it keeps the occupants above the mud. Reed-filled cloth mattresses for sleeping on, and none of it is suitable for long-time use in Chult. The canvas is riddled with mildew and fungus,
Oh no.
and there's
Ew.
vermin all over the place. There's fungi, there's rats. It's gross. It's a lot of D6s.
Okay. So we'll work on clearing out the corpsey things,
The pigs.
dead things. Yep.
Yeah, you guys, as being very efficient people and an extra set of hands, you're able to clean out the dead animals and try to at least get rid of some of the excrement. The latrines are constantly flooding, but you're able to get rid of at least a bit of it. So you're able to help. And
Okay.
the commander does take note of this, or tries to talk him into letting you guys off easy a little bit. And after quite a bit, both of them try to usher you into one location so you can all talk about it. So he takes you into the command tent. What does it look like? No one knows. Inside the tent is a woman? Question mark? Yes, a Tetherian woman. Another human, looking around under the tent, trying to, looking at some plans and a map of Chult, trying to see what there is that she can do. And Ord and the commander bring you in here, all 4 of you, and commander looks at you once more and just, so, your plan, what is it?
For getting the soul thing?
Yeah,
Well, we need some more information first.
about,
We basically got this map, and we got him, Ernest, and
He seems to be not saying much lately.
we were just kind of going for it, you know.
so you don't have a plan to stop the all-powerful witch.
Okay, we don't have a plan.
Well, we're going to a city-ish place. I forget the name of it, but we're heading to a specific place.
You mean Omu?
It's on the map.
Yeah, Omu.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're heading
That's-
in general.
It's one of the few cities it's one of the few things that's deep in this jungle that anyone actually knows anything about.
Okay.
Oh, do you know
It's
where
it's
it
like
is?
it's a folk story.
We know there's a long way to
I don't
go
know
because
exactly
we have
where
this
it is.
map.
Everything in this jungle changes. I don't know. Why do you think no one's been able to map it? Things just randomly seem to appear and disappear.
That's why we're trying to get there.
All we know is that it's further south than we are, and
Yes.
further south than we're willing to go.
Okay.
We're trying to just hold off the undead from trying to get anywhere else, especially Port Narazu. But
Have
it
you
seems we've already failed. in that
Thought
objective.
about, like, leaving?
We can't. If we do, then we'll just get overrun. We're the only thing left. We're all that's left of the Order of the Gauntlet, trying to stop everyone from taking over the city.
The Order of the Gauntlet.
What if you...
Is this one of yours? I hold up the... I have a silver holy symbol. And it's got a gauntlet on it.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you get this?
We found it in one of the locations that was... There was nobody there. They were all dead. And I found it on the ground.
You went to Camp Righteous.
Yes.
That was where we used to be when we got run out by goblins
We can-
and more undead.
Well,
This is our impromptu location, and if we stop fighting for even a second, we'll die.
we clearly need to get some more defenses set up here for you.
Yeah, thanks.
No, but we can help.
How?
Wonder
Well,
if we
we're
know
s-
how we lost our memories.
We're strong
Oh,
and healthy.
yeah.
So we can help you get some more stakes
There,
set
get
up,
out.
get some more defenses set up, maybe dig some trenches.
The best thing we could
Easy
use is some
praying and-
some magical defenses, something to
Reading.
stop the
Totally
undead
thought
from
you were
encroaching. Just something that can stop the onslaught.
I don't do magic, I just control water. But I fight pretty good. Oh, sorry about that for the head. I do apologize.
Glares at you.
I got a little excited and miscalculated slightly on my
We did help take down a Brontosaurus, which is surprising for newcomers. I guess that gives you some credit.
We also do have a bit of a dilemma. Don't know if you know anything about it, but collectively we all have this really bad amnesia, and we don't really know who we actually are. Is that something you've ever heard of?
I know what amnesia is, if
Well-
that's what you mean.
Yeah, but is there something you know that can cause it?
Many types of magic. I've never been one to cast it, but I know that it's a terrible tool that people use to harm others. So that's probably what caused it.
That's
Great.
So if I were to guess, the only thing that can bring it back is more magic.
that makes sense.
So this isn't like a tactic that they're aware of that would normally afflict people
No, not
around here, or something they've heard of being used.
It's something magical.
Too much to ask for, I guess.
Do you want this holy symbol back?
Yes.
Oh no, so.
If you're not going to help us with your problems and we can't help you with your problems, then you should probably get going so you can deal with this.
That's fair.
Because it's probably going to be any second out before another attack comes against us and we have to be ready.
Is there anything we can like leave with them that'll help them with defense?
I'm gonna stay for a while and try and fix this. I'm gonna make it my mission.
Cool. We can't stay too long because getting rid of the soulmonger is going to solve all the problems.
Agreed. But I can't leave these people in this kind of state.
Well, I guess we could spend a couple of days helping them clean up the camp.
I think we found out your alignment.
Yeah. I'm not lawful, but I'm definitely more good than I thought I was.
Well, we can spare a few days. We can't stay here forever because we need to solve this for like real.
I can travel faster than you can. You go on.
I don't like that either.
I will catch up with you,
Are you sure?
and I will stay here and fix this.
But
I don't like this
you should keep
idea.
at least one person with you so you're not traveling alone.
I don't think splitting up is a good option.
I can travel much more quickly by myself.
But traveling alone is dangerous.
Not if you're flying.
Traveling with a clique is dangerous.
Okay.
All right, let's make a compromise, clique. We'll stay and help the way we can. Stay for 3 days, but then we have to move on because the best way to help these people is gonna be to get rid of this thing.
Sounds like a plan. All
Alright.
right, let's see how 3 days go.
Okay.
Alright. I'm assuming you're going to spend most of that time looking through your book.
All of it, yeah.
All of it.
Praying,
all of that time.
meditating, sweating,
Make
concentrating,
a religion check.
figure out
Because the rest of
every
you can do
possible
manual
thing out
labor. Yes?
Yes.
So, the commander introduces himself as Niles Breakbone. I know.
there. Yep.
Ord Firebeard, you know, and the other girl is Pern Salhana. Y'all get to know each other a little bit better. Breakbone sets you through some paces. He teaches you the ropes of what to do. You get into a bit of a routine of what to fix. You clean out some stuff. You fight off a couple of waves of some weaker undead, like You know, like pygmy mummies.
Yeah.
Some
Bring in
zombies.
some fish.
There was what?
Bring in some fish.
Bring in some fish, yeah. What'd you roll for your
Get
religion?
some food.
On the first day, I rolled 8.
Okay.
We'll get them
That's
some
not good.
clean water.
Roll
our little
2 more
penny.
times for morning, afternoon, evening.
Yeah, makes sense. 14.
Okay.
13. 8. 14. And 5. So, few successes, few failures. I hope.
Inspiration strikes.
Alright.
Through many hours of constant research and finding your own,
God just saying, okay, fine!
Yeah.
and you're able. They're able to spare you your own tent. Like you can find your own secluded area to focus.
Okay.
And you have learned in your book of the spell Purify Food and Drink.
Good.
Hey.
That's what
There
I
you
wanted.
go.
Okay.
That is a spell you can now cast. You can choose that in your long rests or when you level up. No, long rest. And you can cast that now. It is a first level spell.
Yeah. Alright.
That's a huge, that's gonna help us too.
Since I've had that breakthrough, that I'm going to do
Eureka!
as much as I can to clean this place up.
You're able to catch some good fish, and you and sometimes Uranus can go into the forest every so often for some expeditions, get some critters, get some berries, get some mushrooms. You still have the fancy looking ones, by the way. You find some more of those.
Fancy
You
treats.
bring them back every so often. You can, since you guys are new, you can hunt and cook while everybody else does their own stuff, so you're able to make it function a little bit better, which is great. I didn't think you were going to do this. And what are you doing this time? Are you just helping everyone out?
Yeah, I
Okay.
kind of know how to bandage wounds and
Oh,
kind
you
of
two,
forage
because you
and-
two have shape water.
Yeah.
You can try using
clean.
quite a bit of that to clean it out. Yeah.
that too.
Have you
And
figured out any more of your spells?
No, I have Shadow Blade. I
you
have
can
Shape
use
Water
your
and
snowball one.
Light. Isn't that
I
an
thought that
attack?
was,
I mean, yeah, but it also makes a lot of snowballs.
But
I
okay.
thought that was a what?
It wasn't actually. That was a spell.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, you could use wild magic if you wanted.
I could. Maybe I'm feeling chaotic.
You should remember that because it's hilarious. I want to use it more.
Okay.
You should remember that in
I
combat.
guess okay. I'll take like an empty barrel and go to a
Oh,
part of the
although
forest.
before you finish that, you could look in your book as well to try to find some new spells. But continue.
Oh, I guess I could.
Yeah, given the amount of downtime.
That's
Yeah,
true. I
you
think
guys
I'll
got
try to
dates.
do that.
Because I don't have anything like that. I'm just gonna, I'll do some like monk things.
And it's not like we really have a ticking clock here. I mean,
I mean, except for your lives.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true.
I mean, if you die of old age, you'll also get sucked up.
This is true. We're not gonna stay that long.
yeah, this island, I guess it is going to get worse and worse the longer
That's
Sararak
right.
is out there.
I don't even know if that's supposed to be pronounced. It says Acerak, but there's 2 R's. So.
Yeah, I think it's Sararak.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've read the name before. But the city's already overrun.
Yeah.
This really may be the last best civilization on the whole island.
So what I
That's
can
dark.
do is I can cast my snowball spell
You
and
can.
play
It's an
like
option.
a Flappy Bird style thing to get them all in the barrel.
Yeah. Oh
use
my
it to,
gosh, do that.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Awesome. Make a dexterity? No, acrobatics.
So does that mean that I could take the snowballs and make them dance too? Because I can control water?
No, because it's her magic. That's summoning them.
It's not real water?
It is, but it's her magic, so I said so.
14.
Alright,
You
that's
can
fine.
catch a couple of them, yeah.
Okay,
They're good
so-
sized snowballs.
Yeah, I'll bring them back and like put them on bruises and stuff. Anyways, I'll like reduce swelling.
Ooh, that's a
You
smart.
are impressing the commanders.
Yay.
Look at you guys go. Wow.
Do they have any maps here or any other information about the island?
They have a map in the command tent similar to your own, which is very blank.
Oh, really?
But they do have a couple of points of interest. I could add them to your map if you like.
Sure.
That'd be
I'll
great.
just choose
I also want to read
which
my book.
ones
You're
to
right.
show. Because there's some of them that are like backwards from where you guys are, but I can add them in.
And there are no other areas of civilization they can tell us about?
Not that they know of, I think. And if there are, they either don't want to talk about them or have war.
Hey, let
Make a religion check, please. A few, actually.
7, 13, 4, and natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm going to give you the ability to read the spells of Lesser Restoration. How about Aid, the 2nd level spell?
Okay.
And Protection from Evil and Good, the 1st level spell.
Okay.
Do you want to do some sorcerer stuff?
Yeah, I want to read my book.
Alright, make an Arcana check.
18.
Okay. You see the spell Mage Armor.
Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
Roll another one.
20. Not natural.
Oh. Let's give you Fog Cloud and the definition of Witch Bolt, which you already have. You guys are doing good. Uranus has spent most of his time outside the fortress, by the way, if you've noticed. He doesn't like it in there. It feels weird.
He could help.
He's helping. He's helping like forage for food and stuff, but he doesn't like going into places. You've probably spent about 3.5 days here at this point. You've learned quite a few spells. You can purify their food and create food and water at any time you wish.
Fantastic. So that should be
Huge
helping them.
bonus.
They are eternally grateful. You are doing them so much good. This is not where I thought this was gonna go. Let me tell you. Oh, and you and Kuwari being the strongest,
I don't know what my strength is.
you help move the latrines from their wet, muddy sinking section to a section that's more stable, so it won't sink and flood at all times.
Oh, good.
At least we now kind of have a mission in mind here.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
think really all we can do is explore, gain in power, and
Yep.
hopefully find something that can help us defeat this lich. And
Yeah, I got it in your heads. I gave you guys a goal.
Yay!
Okay, but because it's the last 3 days, a bunch of labor, you guys can probably try to remember more things if you would like.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys are remembering spells out the wazoo. You
Yeah.
guys can try to remember
I'd like
things.
to learn
That's
more,
really good.
remember more of my monk skills.
Your monk skills.
So, like if I practice some of the stuff I know, and do the
Yeah.
whole Tai Chi,
Well,
yoga
Break your
You-
knuckles on logs.
yeah, exactly. You were practicing against some of the walls sometimes, and you were trying to move like, "Whoa," and you're like, this is not right. So then you just try to punch something, and you just,
drunken monk.
and then one of the scouts is like, you look drunk, dude, and you're like, you're right. You have learned the way of the drunken master.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That is what it's called.
That's ridiculous. I love it.
That is the way of the monk in Xanathar's Guide. You are a drunken master.
Of the drunken master. It's also very off-putting because nobody knows what I'm doing.
And you can, in fact, deflect things, deflect missiles. If something is thrown at your head, you can roll a d10 to negate that damage. And if you do less than it, if you roll more damage than it would have done, you catch it and then can immediately throw it again.
Oh wow.
Whoa!
That's
That's
cool.
Oops. Deflect
throat's so
master. It's not
dry.
what I wanted to say. Deflect missiles.
Is there anything you don't know about yourself?
I want to learn more about my ancestral protectors.
I think I pretty much told you everything.
Okay, but like, do I know who they are specifically?
You're getting a strong family vibe, but whether they're your parents, your grandparents, or someone you don't even know, you're not positive. There's
Efficiency
not
and
much you
performance.
guys don't remember anymore, other than the stories that I didn't write. So hey, you guys have made a discernible difference in this camp. You made some friends. You got some allies in this terrible, terrible time.
Nice. All right, that's awesome.
Would you like to camp here and then just end for the night?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, we can decide what we're doing later.
Makes sense.
What about the monk?
Keep it.
Okay.
Alright, give it back to me.
Yeah, I just don't know where I'm gonna keep it.
On your face. Where do you keep your mustache? You guys don't need to see this. I hope you had a good time.